believe she is 100%. What is going on, everyone, and welcome to the Kolosseum, week number 4 for Mortal Kombat X. I'm your host, Mr. Aquaman. My co-host tonight, Michael Angelo, Mortal Kombat X veteran on the mic and in the trenches, man.
Dude, like always.
Down and dirty in those brackets.
Oh, you know how it is. I've been seeing these brackets. I'm always happy to see new names, new faces, and you would think, like, mostly like with the history I have with the Kolosseum, I feel like there's a player that's gonna dominate, but like for some reason always a new face just comes out of nowhere, and it's like, now who's this guy? Is he gonna be the next Sonic? Like, it's awesome to see though, all these players.
And there's another one in the bracket tonight. The last time you were on here, Mike, 2 weeks ago, Alkoolern made his presence known in the Kolosseum. 1 week number 2. Last week did the same in a dominating win over UnbearableSkill in back-to-back weeks. Back in the top 8 tonight. Like I said, someone new in the bracket. Let's take a look. That came in, only has 2 losses on the day. Arketa coming in as the number 2 seed tonight behind UnbearableSkill. Alkoolern up there. And look at that. That's been grand finals for the past 2 weeks. And we're going to get it if they get victories in the semifinals. So grand final is going to be different tonight no matter how you slice it. That newcomer, Arketa, again, only 2 losses in the bracket. Really strong. I saw Katana and Tremor from Arketa. Enderstar, very well-rounded characters, players well with Boraicho, a bunch of other characters. CamIsBlack, all around the board as well. And another new name, Oinkie. Guys, I thought we were extinct. I thought I was the only one. But alas, the Aztec are still alive. Oinkie, a CodeCaine player here in Mortal Kombat X, making top 8. So let's see what Oinkie's got to bring here in the Kolosseum. He makes a lot of noise on Destroyers exhibitions and tournaments, Chambers of the Realms, things like that. Finally getting consistent here in the Kolosseum. I've heard nothing but great things. And tore that bracket up, Mike. We're gonna see some cool stuff tonight.
Yeah, I'm hyped. I always love those type of players that have those funny names like Oinkie, and you think, like, with a name like that, what are they gonna do? But he's in top 8, obviously, so he's doing something.
That's right. Could be doing something indeed. I remember a CodeCaine player back in the day whose name matched like the playstyle. And I don't know if you remember this name, Mike. Do you remember Destruction God?
No, I don't remember that name.
Imagine playing that name and playing a blood god that only went for full life combos. He actually tried to be a destruction god. He the most perfect name for a playstyle I've ever seen.
Yeah, you gotta love those kind of players. They'll take as much damage, but then like they're looking for that setup, and you know, once it is set up, it's time to be afraid.
Indeed. Just trying to get this first one in here, guys, from top to bottom. When you're looking at that bracket, UnbearableSkill is currently labbing with Cam. So let me go to his chat and say, hey, the invite's out.
In the warm-ups.
Yep. Hey, these guys all warming up together. We got Cam and Unbearable. Yeah, warming up with Plus Is Not Real. Where were you in the bracket? Man, so many killers. Destroyer was on with us last week, and even he was blowing up. That there are even so many that we don't see. Great players that still play these games and are incredible that we just don't know because they don't enter stuff like this. And if you're out there, and if you're watching this, and you legitimately tell yourself, not like a trolling manner, like, yeah, man, I can beat them, and then you get your ass whooped. No, but like, if you legitimately think that you can take it to these guys, sign up. Give it a shot. And even if you don't think, even if you want to learn how, if you think it looks fun, sign up as well, guys. It's completely free to enter every single week. He's accepting the invite now, and we go down every single Friday and Sunday here. Let's take a look at the schedule. MKX on Fridays, MK11 every single Sunday, same time, same place. We got Kolocast episodes going out where we're interviewing players in these brackets. We just had Scar on from the MK11 series. He's been dominating over there. And every single week, guys, tune in. There's 3 weeks left after tonight before the finales are set. And every single week, we're also raising money for that finale. Let's take a look at where we're sitting. $5 just went into the prize pot. Prize books, I know we were at $240 when we went live. $245 already raised. Let's go. And we got the first match ready. And it's going to be UnbearableSkill versus ItIsThatSerious. And Mike, I'm here to tell you, I played him earlier, and it's that serious.
Dude, that's great to hear, because This is a character we don't see often anymore, is Sonya Blade, and to go up against a destructive force like UnbearableSkill with Tremor, this is going to be interesting. I hope he holds his own right here. Let's see what he got. Okay,
Yeah.
I like already backing off. You know he wants his own.
And uses Dronia, by the way, Mike. And he's gonna be trying by any means necessary not to, you know, let Tremor get a turn, have an option for that armor that's going to be outside of her normal moveset. It's going to be in the form of exactly that, what the drone brings to the table, with the shots, with the multi-hits. And Tremor has to guess, when is his turn going to come? Now that the drone is gone, this is when you say, okay, you're vulnerable and no meter, I'm going in.
Yeah, and this looks very tough with ItIsThatSerious. Sonya Blade just trying to set up that drone. It seems like instead of doing it in the neutral, because Unbearable's been ready for it. Seems like he has to get a combo first and then set it up from like a knockdown. But he's really trying to get something started. Unbearable, just the oppressive offense like always, every week. And yes, that corner game, it's something serious.
It was an absurd absorption of the armor through it, and is that going to knock her down? That's going to get him enough time to flex up, and wow, Unbearable has found his way through some tricky situations multiple times, using that flex perfectly, and another one runs through it, absorbs, and not like this. My game number 1 going to UnbearableSkill, and Serious tried with every fiber of their being to get away from Tremor, and he just couldn't. He couldn't avoid this man's presence on the screen.
Yeah, I know how that is, to just someone to just be pressuring, because they know they can't let you breathe. Obviously, like once Sonya sets up, and it is good once she does get that drone out, it doesn't disappear or anything like when she gets hit, so she has that opportunity to block and try to get something going. But it seems so dangerous. Unbearable just not allowing ItIsThatSerious to, you know, to breathe or anything. It's crazy. But let's see what he got now. He has a little bit of movement with this level, with the interactables now, so he has it out, okay. And he hasn't taken any damage, just chip, really.
Well, that does a really good get off of me, but now UnbearableSkill, he's got 2 bars, 3 bars, and a flex, but whoa, the run-up stand 1 interrupted, and then Unbearable may have been caught pressing buttons, and I think, oh, nothing's come from the drone. It's a bad day for Sonya, who still has to wake up here, and he can absorb if he wants to, and it's still his turn, Mike.
The corner game, it's so scary, but I do like what I'm seeing with like Sonya Blade when he did get the drone out. The moment he used that little like thing that comes, basically the thing that comes after that thing right there. I don't even know what it's called, that thing, but I'm glad like once it's out, as Sonya's getting hit, it still chases down. It's almost like a breaker, like that.
Yeah,
it like kind of like broke the combo.
And it will track you to your grave. Oh, there's 6 bars of meter. I am petrified right now, Mike. Goes in for the overhead. And Serious, just saying, what's the point of breaking right now? I'm better off having it absorbed. Oh, no, look for the read of Reeves. Went for the parry, and it's gonna be the death of him. The only thing that would have stopped meter, I don't know if it would have stopped at his X-ray, but he put his balls out there, and it didn't work out for him, Mike.
Yeah, I respect the pick. I wish he could have got something started a little more. He had his little moments, but it just seemed so tough. Look at this corner game.
We haven't seen one situation, and mind you, he 3-0'd me doing this exact situation. He just knocked me down, and he beat the crap out of me with mix-ups with that drone. He hasn't knocked UnbearableSkill down one time with the drone and not worrying about some form of armor. That situation, that hasn't occurred one time.
And it says a lot about UnbearableSkill's patience, because usually when 2 players are like just duck blocking in front of each other and they're waiting for that first person to throw the down 1 out, you know, Unbearable just waiting, and you know, ItIsThatSerious, he threw out the parry and it didn't work out, and it's just Unbearable's waiting for you to be desperate.
Woo! And Serious is making some phenomenal reads here. Who had a little bit of breathing room right there and decided more so to just do it and chill and just watch UnbearableSkill freak out about it. It was really smart, and now he's put in jail. Look at the meter, and he still risked it.
And that's why you see UnbearableSkill not allowing ItIsThatSerious to really breathe, just because once he was able to get a little momentum, he was doing damage. UnbearableSkill almost lost that round. But then UnbearableSkill said, no, you're not gonna breathe, sir. Like, that's just how it is. Like, offense, yes, I'll just keep doing that. Why not? What's neutral? What's zoning? I'm not gonna let Sonya just do anything, really.
Ooh. Through all that goddamn absorption and interrupts the wake up too. The fact that Serious tried to wake up with the shot was really weird, and that's the wake up that you more so expect because the multi hits in this matchup. But when has he not had 3 bars of meter? He can take a couple more mix-ups if he wants to, and he went for the flash parry instead.
And I see that UnbearableSkill, we've all been there where we sense someone is just like second guessing themselves, and it's mostly giving us like another opportunity, which UnbearableSkill's like, he's on the offense so much, and like, you know, it's Serious just had a couple hits, but he didn't follow through with it, and it was a little tough. He was breaking there for a moment, but you know, it's UnbearableSkill. What are you gonna do? We've all felt his wrath.
That's a great way to put it. We have all felt the wrath that is UnbearableSkill in this game. But Serious still getting top 8, and that's some serious points in the competition. That's 100 points. Top 32 get points, which is everyone in MKX, believe it or not. So guys, if you enter MKX, you're getting points. We're just giving them away. Why not? You know, think of it like a participation trophy, if you want. Hey, top 32, you're getting points. If you're consistent enough, you never know. If 10 points here, 20 points here, 30 points here, 30 points there will be what'll make or break you at the end, Mike. You truly never know. And these are the current standings before the points that they've accrued so far today.
Oh my god. Yeah, and of course UnbearableSkill's there. Kolosseum, okay, Understar, CodeCaine.
You can back out.
Hey, MK Active, he's on a lot of games. He's even playing KOF. You got CamIsBlack, Young.
And CamIsBlack made top 8 in MK11 last week. Talk about someone that's gaming.
Hey, what they're doing right now is solidifying their skill for the next game to come out, NRS game, with like some of these players, like the ones that make top 8 for MK11 and MKX, and they have just you know, they have a knowledge of NRS games. So
100%.
I hope we see them on offline events, especially when the next game comes out. And you know,
Mike, this might be a hot take, but Necros like that in all the games. I think it'd be a rude awakening for some people if these guys truly like loved a game like MK11 or loved the next game that comes out, right? And they're like, I'm gonna lab it 100% and put all my effort into it. I think that some people are gonna be like, damn, it wasn't MKX. That was the reason why they were winning at the end. It was because they're really good. Because it's insane how often true that is. And early on, Mike, I feel like it was huge whenever a new game would come out, people would assume. Do you remember this? And this was the perfect time. Injustice 1 just ended. MKX had just come out. A bunch of MK9 players that didn't play Injustice came back and were like, okay, Mortal Kombat's back. The return of footsies. We're gonna go crazy. And then all the young guys that came in Injustice like spanked everyone around. For a decent amount. Because some OGs held their own in MKX, which is fantastic. But I remember a lot of people assumed that Injustice players just weren't even going to be able to play MKX at all, let alone compete at the highest level. And I think every single one of them did.
Yeah, I think with NRS games, there's always you're gonna have that formula at least with like frame data, and when you learn all that, I know Injustice is like back to block, MK is a block button, but really it's not about like, oh, this guy's an Injustice player, so he's not gonna be good at MK games. If he's playing the game like 5 hours a day, 8 hours a day, he's gonna be great. And you know, I really do hope, like, if it seems like this is the setup to some major hype along the way when the next game comes out. Because we have, like we're saying, oh, these Necros, what if they were around in 2015? What if they were around during these times of the eras of like Forever King and everything? Well, hey, if all goes well and the stars align, we could see these Necros and the OGs. Hopefully the next game is an amazing game and we all come together and offline's back fully, and you know, and it's just this giant setup of like we were talking about, West Coast, East Coast, like we have crazy matches, team matches. It'll be an amazing thing.
That's what we were talking about. But before going live, guys, I was telling Mike, I said, man, I really miss like rivalries, like true rivalries. You know, when was there The last regional pride was Texas versus Florida. Other than that, not a lot of regional pride left in the community, Mike. I'd like to see more of it.
Yeah, there was this crazy thing, even with like NorCal versus SoCal, and it's all love at the end. We're all practicing together, but like there was like a thing of like, oh, you know, my cabal's better than your cabal, and this and that. It's like you're trying to hold down your part of the world, and we definitely need that back. And I think offline is the only way to do that kind of stuff. Like the last biggest one was, I'm thinking, was it Florida, Texas?
Yeah, Florida, Texas offline at Combo Breaker. Woo! We're already seeing a very high octane matchup, and Alkoolern, who we know for Jason and know for a couple other characters, going with the Sector pick, and arguably because Jason is not really gonna stop Kung Jin from going crazy. Sector can stop Kung Jin from going crazy. He's got a teleport of his own that says I'm gonna track you wherever you are. I've got missiles that are gonna track you. I've got shit that's gonna slow you down. He's a rocket man.
And I love seeing CodeCaine's Kung Jin all the time. It feels like out of any Kung Jin that has played, he's like the closest to Slayer's playstyle in terms. Obviously, he's playing Shaolin. Yeah, 10, right. And he always just like brings me back to the Yomi days, and I'm just like, wow, this is Slayer's Kung Jin right here. Obviously, it's CodeCaine's, but it's great to see, and he has his style. Like all Kung Jins, they have that crazy like I'm everywhere style, like crazy going all over the screen.
They make it their objective to never not press a button.
Exactly, but they yell at you for pressing buttons.
They yell at you for mashing. Dude, I know, and that's the codex of a masher. Is you complain about other people mashing, but because your objective is to be the one doing that.
Yeah, it's a wild thing, but it's funny. It brings entertainment. Right now, man, Alkoolern, he's looking really good with this sector. Good choice. Maybe he knows this is the matchup that he can just walk all over Kung Jin's. What's CodeCaine gonna do? He has 2 more chances. What's it gonna be?
If you guys are unfamiliar with our format, this is a single elimination bracket. It's only 7 matches every show. If you lose here, you're out for the week. You're going home. I don't care what you do after this.
You get uppercutted down to the pit into the spikes.
You get clipped, and then we get views for it. So thank you. I appreciate it.
I like
no,
it.
man.
Wow.
Even throughout earlier, Mike, we had our members only stream where we were showing my run, which gives you a look at a lot of the players that are in the bracket. And man, are the matches in matchmaking equally as sweaty from start to end for 2.5 hours straight?
Yeah, that's all there is now in MKX, like online and everything. It's like people have dissected this game. There's YouTube. Back in the day we only had arcades where it's like your style's your style, but now people are looking this stuff up. They're like, okay, things have been dissected like 2015, 2016. There's the blueprint basically, but it's always great, like you were saying. There's still new things we're seeing that they're adding to the recipe of already, stylized characters and everything.
Or like finding very minute answers for some of the most problematic things when the most eyes were kind of on the game competitively, right?
Exactly. And I love, one thing I love about fighting is like, it's when you see something that they do where you're like, what? It's so simple, but you're like, why didn't I think of that ever? It could be anything from like an added punch they're using with their character, or just like some type of setup where you're like, this was like, it's so simple. You look over it with these different playstyles and brains going at it. It's cool to see the simplification and everything. Man, Alkoolern, he's working it with Sector, but CodeCaine, much respect. Like if he stays Kung Jin, I don't know if it's his only character.
I think we've seen one switch maybe from Code, and we're seeing one now. He is going with a character that fits the playstyle that we know him for. It's a character that is able to be very mobile, be very active on the screen. He's probably gonna be teleporting like crazy here. Look for some up rocket usage from Sector to maybe slow it down a little bit, and then just as good as Kung Jin's armor game is, this one's a little bit better.
Yeah, and it's Kolosseum. He's one of those players right now. He brought out, you know, a player that he has to get off of his main and be like, I gotta play this matchup, and I can't play it with Kung Jin right now. He's
Mike,
trying.
This is a battle of two characters from what I've seen so far. Oh, he didn't get the ender, which would have been huge, or was it an American Reset? But anytime that they got a bar right there, they just did a double hitting armored special move that hits everywhere. Both of these characters.
I wanted to see one of them use the barrel interactable, but the slide version, the down
slide?
interactable,
Yeah.
like they were
That's
both perfectly
cool
aligned for
animation.
it.
For no
It
reason.
is. It is. It's crazy how they put those little secret interactable things in this game where it's like, you know, you could use the barrel just to throw it, but you could use it if you push down and interactable. You can use it as a slide. It fully combos. It's plus. Like what?
I'm seeing some unholy things from Kolosseum right now. He has not let CodeCaine play MKX, and that is not something that you can do to CodeCaine very easily. Woo! He's just down with the double armor. The back one. Kolosseum has a lot of meter though, and CodeCaine disrespected it. He had to worry about flamethrower, multi-hitting flamethrowers. But Kolosseum, sometimes you make that mental decision, say, you know what, I can concede this and go into the next round with the meter. Is that gonna be a punish? It sure is. The 7-frame sniper called Triborg's forward one, man. Woo! Does he get some punishes from a distance?
And Kolosseum, have we finally seen him? I mean, not Kolosseum, CodeCaine. Have we seen him woken up? Like he got that round. It's tough. I wish he possibly would have picked Kenshi from the start, maybe, because he did have a little more success, but it might be just a little too late.
Oh boy, that'll do it. EX Rockets. Oh, I didn't expect that one. I thought he was gonna do the homing one. He went straight for the multi-chip. Oh god, he Tony Starked him. Oh no.
Jeez, the sector right now, and it's not even his main.
Or is it? Does he just main half the cast?
Yeah, I mean, when you love the game that much and the mechanics, it,
Whew.
you know.
What are these speed runs tonight, Mike?
Yeah, it seems like that. Some people are alive, some people are like doubting themselves. Hey, this is how it goes. This is MKX, but this is MKX in a way. Like sometimes you could look like you don't even play the game just because they don't let you play the game. Their offense is so crazy.
I can name 4 matches I think today where that happened to me.
And it happens, and it's like you're a seasoned player and you're great, but there's someone new that just watched that match and they don't know MK, but they're like, let me just watch a match, and they see that one, they're gonna be like, why did that guy even play? He didn't even get to play.
Yeah. Why did he even enter? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it happens. That's MKX, and we love it.
Rick, can the people hear you? Oh, can you make it so they can hear you?
Yes. They can hear me now.
Tell
What is it
them
you would like.
Tell them earlier how badly I lost some of those matches.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Entertainment.
No, it wasn't bad like anything you could do. It was just there was things that were happening that you just couldn't control.
That's the point that Mike's making right there, is that sometimes it doesn't matter how good you are, you just get Mortal Kombat X'd in a round and you just have to accept it for what it is.
Exactly, and try to imagine like when you're going to an offline event. We used to go, 13-hour drives or like, 5-hour plane rides and whatnot, and training a whole month, and you're in top 8 and you're like on stage, and sometimes it happened where it's like, damn, like I know how to play, but he's not allowing me to do anything, and it's in front of everyone, it could be your mom or whoever, and it's like, I got MKX.
I got MKX. There's nothing worse than telling someone to watch your match like at a tournament and you finally make it on stream and you get like double flawless. There's like nothing like that. Or I remember back in the day, I remember telling a friend of mine to watch and I got Martian Manhunted like 4 rounds in a row.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Are you good at the game?"
Oh. The top.
I invited them, Rick, so that's why I was hoping, like, I accidentally did you second, but they didn't show up in time. So I'm hoping that one of the players got the invite and is joining us. Otherwise, we're screwed here in this King of the Hill. Yep. Guys, I just messed up the King of the Hill. It's on me. And I don't know what to say. Yeah, let's give it like 4 more seconds. 3, 2. Oh, yeah, let's go back up.
So, something else with MKX that I always thought was cool too. It's like that game that when someone knows who you are, but they don't really know fighting games, they just hear about you and they're like, hey, play me and just like beat me up. I want to see how it looks. MKX, like, you could really show how overwhelming like a fighting game could be to someone. Just like even that doesn't know how to play. Like, you don't let him push a button because maybe you keep making yourself plus and everything. And I've seen like a lot of amazement when they're like, wow, like
doing stuff that's unblockable, but you tell them it's low.
Yeah.
That's the most scumbag thing I've ever done in my life, by the way. I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it. All right, so we're going to get a new player here in the Kolosseum, guys. Is the 2 seed tonight. I believe it's Luminary Arketa. And is no slouch. Whew. Yeah, this was the outcome from the day. So Tweety had a really good run. He was actually 5-0. Would have been in top 8, but Tweety didn't have time to play in the top 8, so he just took 9th place in points. You see me there just outside of it as well, because I got my back blown out in the tournament here today. But you can go ahead and click Arketa. Again, my bad there, Rick. There we go. As you can see, had a really good run today. Oh, it was game 5 with me? It was a game 5. Oh my god, that was a good match. Only lost to Alkoolern and Tweety, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's a loss to Tweety that was bugged, and that's why Tweety's 5-0. So you guys can just ignore that. Invites are out. I invited everyone just because it's a fresh one anyway.
Yeah, the game, they didn't believe that Tweety ever lost. They're like, no, not he never lost. Stop it. He won everything.
And as you guys know, he is the defending champion of, I don't know, every game that we hold here.
Yeah. If for the next game, what mechanic would you guys want in the next game? Like, what would you be so hyped?
Armor launchers.
Armor launchers.
That's the quickest answer of my life right there.
Armored launchers. Okay, you cheap man. I would say I would want pro moves back. It was only an MKDC, but I thought it was a genius
pro moves
mechanic.
were cool. Mm-hmm.
It was cool. It's like, it's timing. Like, it just adds to the combo. Sometimes it launched, which was really crazy. Like, some characters you needed to do the pro move to like optimize them.
Yeah. I remember combos in that game being like, I remember the trials of like doing combos was insanely hard in that game in comparison to most modern games, like most modern fighting games. Like, there were some tricky combos and links in those 3D games where you had to like triple launch them and you had to predict the orbit around the sun so it caught him at like a certain distance.
Yeah, those were the first games. The 3D era Mortal Kombat games were the first ones that I just labbed combos. Yeah, but yeah, I just like loved labbing combos in that game. That was the first time I was like putting combos together in a fighting game. Oh man, shout outs to those. I think like if Deadly Alliance, like those 3D games, if Deadly Alliance, like imagine if it was a 2D game, but it still had the same mechanics, like you know, stance switching. So, which would be crazy. Okay,
stances would be cool. I did love Deadly Alliance's stance.
Right?
Give everyone multiple weapons. Give everyone multiple moves. Yo, the crane stance from Shang Tsung.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember.
I think it was Snake. And he had Crane as well, though. He did have Crane.
He did have Snake. Snake, Crane, and another. You're right.
And imagine, like, you could only do certain moves in some stances. So, like, you're trying to make the matchup in your favor. So you keep seeing them, like, switching stances to, like, make it in their favor. That would be kind of cool. Okay, Ender Star and the New Blood. Man, I always love to see these people prove themselves. They throw out some wicked things sometimes. I think it was CodeCaine that had the Melina, and he was doing that flashy stuff. Someone that they were just doing some wild stuff, and it's always great to see just new blood. He's here. He's on the stage now. Understar veteran.
about Arketa here is that we now have had seen the trifecta of Katana here on the Kolosseum because we just saw the booty. This is Royal Storm. We've seen the Mournful from Sunio. We've seen the Assassin from Star Charger. And now the Princess is making an appearance once more. Royal Storm has the fan lift. But other than that, it's going to be a lot of similarities between this and Assassin. It has a fan lift that goes much farther, similar to the one that's in MK11. And holy shit, this man's going in right now.
Yeah, and like you were saying about like, and look what he's doing right now, Enderstar veteran and everything. And like you were saying, like, I'm so happy that this game, because one of the things that we worried about when it was first coming out is a lot of games that have that kind of choose your variation or choose your super move, it starts to become where we discover that there's one really powerful one, and it's like, just use that one. But MKX showing and proving that there's many, you could choose all the variations, and they're all viable for the most part.
Yeah, and a shocking amount of them are, and a shocking anti-breakaway grab from Arketa right there that was so fast, and it's just calculating this kill until he got himself cornered against Tremor here, and Enderstar not even going to bother. We know the paths that he's been dealt, trying to go through katanas with the Boraicho pick, and that's why we're seeing the Tremor here, by the way. Usually Boraicho main, and he tried to press after the down one. And Arketa is going into the lift, and is it your turn after her down one? You never know, because she can also do down one DP, and she's really good at setting up those counter poke situations really well to blow up counter.
That down one spacing was phenomenal. Like, I never seen it at that range. That was super far, and for him to do that, hey, Arketa on the board, showing like, I'm not just gonna get MKX'd, and he's just bopping right now. I like what I see. New blood all the time. Look at the replay.
Making a name for himself here. Yeah, that was just control. And that's what we saw the first round. Woo! Enderstar didn't even get to play the game, and looks like we're seeing a character swap once more from Ender. We're going around the wheel. Just like his predecessor here in the Kolosseum, going to possess Kenshi. It was unable to save CodeCaine in the previous match. Will it save Ender here? And that was a lot of commitment from Arketa and was finally punishable, but Enderstar is just so used to Katana not letting you play right there that he wasn't even ready.
Yeah, Enderstar looking so good right now. They both don't have meter, but Enderstar a little bit of life. He got a little bit of a punish. He's working Arketa into the corner. Nice spacing, just backed off, just a little backdash. Keep that offense. Wow, look at this. They're just poking away at each other. Patience, patience. All right, he jumped over. Punish. Nice with punish.
What a catch the backdash right there. You never feel safe against Katana to do a backdash. Yeah, it's invincible, but her active frames are forever.
Yes, and you know Katana's never out of it with her giant combos. This can go very south for Enderstar. He doesn't end it. Okay. Oh my god, the pressure's real right now. Ow, but Enderstar is a brick wall.
Ooh, this Kenshi has... I don't remember it saving him in the past, but I remember him putting in some work in some matchups that he didn't like with Boraicho as well. If that teleport would have been allowed to come out, he could have had a read there. That teleport. It tracks you down, guys. You get NJP out of it, and that's a full combo and on command. Lands it there, and it's such a hard knockdown here. Plus, like, 40-ish? Feels like it from the run-up and get a mix-up, or even try to bait a wake-up.
I loved what I seen with the matchup knowledge. He knew when to DP out, armor. And now Enderstar is in the corner. Wow! The 1-1 punish? Jeez, full combo.
Woo!
Okay.
16 hits. And can he avoid chip? That delay wake up was so long.
Oh my god, the anti-air into the back grab. So clutch. This puts him at full advantage right now.
Oh! Mike, he might as well put the pad down after that one. I mean, yeah, he got the demon after, but when you can read an NJP or a teleport with NJP, you're in someone's mind. You've entered their brain.
Yeah, so far the reads of the night go to Arketa, man. He's been doing some weird ones that they're risky, but it's paying off. It makes you question, like, why is he doing this? And it's like, oh, this is why. I didn't think of that.
That's gonna hurt. This is gonna be another 722 hit combo. Looking for 40, looking for 50. Doesn't get the combo. And you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and give that to Enderstar. It's 1-1.
Aquaman does not like the drop combo.
I don't like drops. I don't like drops. Oh, nice backdash.
Okay, a little desperation are we sensing? Oh no. And
Get
that
the ball,
move-
Mike.
It put Arketa into the corner. Enderstar taking full advantage, and it is 1-1. We finally have a match.
He
Have a
fought
real match.
for every single percentage of the health bar that he had to take from Katana there. That was a well-earned victory. 1-1. And we got ourselves a match. I thought Arketa, after that NJP, was about to run away with this. Was about to put the victory on the back and just start running.
And that's
look at this
the
down
turning
ball.
point.
What a conversion.
When Arketa put himself into that corner, you want to play offense and stuff, but sometimes you gotta back off and just let people, you know, get those nerves kicking in. Hey, but it happens. Enderstar capitalizing. It is 1-1. Who's getting this first hit? I'm going Arketa. Arketa, he's been making the reads. He's gonna get this first hit.
All right, I'll go with Enderstar here. Doesn't count.
Oh, Aquaman.
It's a raw overhead.
He's a gambling man.
Hey, Enderstar's been picking up War God Kodal, so he's been starting to believe in these overheads. I like it. Although this is a safe version, so I'm not going to count it.
Okay, Enderstar getting applied the pressure. It's basically tied in health, but Arketa, 2 meters to work with. Whoa, he just spent everything.
We got Nikki with the raid on Twitch as well. Thank you, Nikki. And Enderstar said, I'm sick and tired of these staggers. And then Arketa says, I'm sick and tired of this round, period. And it ends here. That should be chip and a slice to the throat.
Is that the KI legend, Nikki?
The KI legend, the world champion, the current world champion of Killer Instinct.
The guitar player?
Yeah, that guy.
Jeez.
The Winter
Wow.
Soldier.
Okay. What an awesome. He's a cool guy, man. I actually roomed with him at a combo breaker. So fun. Always positive vibes. You all know.
You guys actually don't know, but Nikki was the third Hardy brother in wrestling. He was the third Hardy boy.
Dude, the Hardy Boys are my favorite wrestling duo.
Hey, who was yours, guys? We know that everyone in the FGC grew up on wrestling and watched wrestling. Who's your favorite wrestler in the chat? Let us know. If you're watching this on YouTube in the future, leave us a comment. Let me know who your favorite wrestler is. Do you want to know mine? It's gonna be a surprise. Gold Dust.
Wow, Goldust. Yeah, that man, sometimes he still wrestles. Like, it's crazy. I was a child when he was wrestling. Crazy to see, man. I fell in love with Jeff Hardy when he did a Swanton Bomb off of a ladder onto a table in WrestleMania. I think it was Devon Dudley or Bubba Ray Dudley. Oh my gosh. Like, my mind exploded.
Thought that, like, he legitimately just risked his life. Like, he just went 40 feet onto someone. Oh my goodness.
Crazy.
I also loved Sting back in the prime of WCW when, like, 50 NWO members would show up and he just took out 50 people with a baseball bat, and you're like, okay, cool.
That's when you, like, ask your sibling, you have a baseball bat, and you ask them, hold on.
Hold on real quick. And then you have to come in from the balcony. Oh yeah, those are the good old days. Before safety regulations? Yeah.
Right now, Arketa's having not too good of a day. He is up in life, but man, the corner, the pressure by Enderstar, he is creeping back, and it's scary. How will Arketa get out of this corner? Will he just jump over? Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Enderstar said, you know what? I feel sorry for you. I'm going to put myself in the corner.
Woo! And every Katana's dream, you jumping, is met with a vengeance with the jump one, and the same situation. I thought he was gonna make it out. I thought I was about to be a liar and say that was about to be some guaranteed chip, but he made it halfway. The fact that he buffered in a DP into that string, though. Mike, what can he do differently now? And not the booty to the face. That's just insulting.
Yeah, Enderstar got to make his way out of this corner. It's too tough right now. And Katana with her combos, and she could possibly be one of the worst characters to jump at, like in terms of, like, you're gonna get bopped with some combos if she connects an air-to-air or anti-air. And man, I love how Arketa keeps making Enderstar find his way into the corner. He's just like, let me guide you over here.
And if he blocked wrong on that low, it was about to be GG's. This gives Enderstar a chance. He's got a bar to worry about, and Arketa with the reaction. They're going through each other right now. Oh my God, Michelangelo makes that with the demon. Is this gonna be Chip? Is this it? Reach wake up. Not
Oh my
like
gosh! What?
No, Enderstar, he had it. He had it in the palm of his hands, the round to survive and continue the run. But it's the newcomer to the Kolosseum, representing the Princess of Edenia, Arketa, who comes in swinging.
Yeah, there's some type of like advantage to trying to prove yourself. I think a lot of people say with like college football, some people say it's more interesting to watch than the NFL just because they're a little more wild and they're trying to prove themselves to make it to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like some of these new bloods, you always see like cool things and they're trying wild stuff that you're not prepared for because they're trying to prove themselves on the Coliseum. And you already have the established veterans like Enderstar and everything. They're like, I'm just gonna run this guy over. Who is this guy? And, dude, great stuff to the new blood out there, man.
Putting in some work, and man, sometimes nothing hits like hunger in competition. Rick,
Exactly.
go ahead and back out. Hopefully I'll unbox this next one. Thank you, sir. And up next, we have our last match of the very first round. And this is completely biased. The one that I've been looking forward to, because we have the only other recently discovered. Again, I thought the Oshtek were gone. I thought they were extinct. But thus, another Kombat player.
They live.
It's alive and going. It's going to be Oinkie, ladies and gentlemen, versus
Yes.
CamIsBlack.
If I had to choose a variation for CodeCaine, I do like the setup variation with the totems and everything. It's really cool.
It is one of the funnest variations, and because it has like the highest risk reward factor like ever. Like if you hit someone, they just die. You just need to really make the one read. But what you give up is every defensive option that you can imagine. Essentially,
Yeah.
you know, for the most part, it's one of the only characters that does 0 armor. 0. And interesting to note about Blood God CodeCaine.
And it's crazy how much of a difference variations can change, because like how you pick his other variation where you're getting little hits, little mix-ups, but there is more mix-ups there.
Yes.
And then now, you know,
and more defensive options with the armor. The different armor versus command, etc.
So you're choosing to have more tools rather than that big haymaker knockout Mike Tyson, you know?
Although the Mike Tyson swing is fun with any character that can't do it. If there's any damage buff character, oh, please, Ferrator, Cutthroat Kano.
Ooh, I like that.
And Oinkie, if I'm not mistaken, plays War God. I don't know 100%. If I'm being honest with you guys, I haven't seen him play. I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, I do have the comics where it really shows a lot of CodeCaine in the comics as well, which is awesome.
He had the coolest story, man. He was a part of Earth's history. He had his own history. We got to see more Oshtek. He didn't get destroyed every fight.
Yeah, and it was great to see Shao Kahn and Kodo finally fight in MK11. Like,
yeah,
you know, dream matchups. But yeah, there's so much hype lore behind MK. I love it so much. Like, I think MK, the best way it could be told in a story would have to have a show, like seasons of a show.
100%. 100%. You know, funny thing to note, we just watched Mortal Kombat Legends and Battle of the Realms, I think is the second one. And it was the first thing I remember Rick.
Hot damn.
He said, I need a show after watching it. He's like, yeah. I need a show about this story that is Mortal Kombat. That's what
fucking incredible. If you haven't watched it, you need to watch it. If you're watching this tournament, you need to watch it.
Yeah,
incredible.
If you have HBO Max, Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge, and Battle of the Realms, I think is the second one. Fantastic.
Yeah, I tell people, if you want to see the actual true to like the lore of MK, that's the closest it's gonna get is those, and it's a cartoon, but it's such a great, and it's such a great story. It's bloody. It's like, you know, they created it so well, and I do hope they keep going with it. I wish it was just a show on like WB or something. Like, it'd be amazing.
There is no way that's making it on WB though. Like on real TV, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We just need it on a streaming service.
Yeah.
But man, I wish it had like just seasons of it and just go in depth with all the characters and really show the casuals, because there's a lot of casuals that don't really play the game but they love Mortal Kombat, the lore and everything. And it's like, I always tell them, I'm like, go on YouTube, type in, if you want to know the like kind of the history of MK9, just type in MK9 the story and you'll get all the cutscenes.
Watch it like a movie. Yeah,
watch it like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, people do it and they're like, wow, okay, I see it. I'm happy how they rebooted it. And contrary to some people, what they say about they don't want it to go back again, I'm hype, spoiler alert, but in MK11 Aftermath, obviously, Liu Kang goes back. And I think it's such a mindfuck where Liu Kang is now... but like Liu Kang is now rated and he's gonna train the Great Kung Lao, which we never got the Great Kung Lao as a character in Mortal Kombat. So I do want them to go back even further than MK1 and like let's see some new characters in the game that I guess are old characters because it's further back, but like keep some characters like Sub-Zero, whatever they can do. And I'm very interested. I hope they keep that from the ending of Aftermath.
Yeah, and you truly never know where it is going to go, guys. Sorry about that. We should have it working. Fingers crossed. Invites out Oinky. Let me know if you get it. And his opponent is going to be CamIsBlack, who we know to be a consistent force of nature. Has even taken UnbearableSkill to the edge of his limits in these tournaments.
Yeah, so we basically have another Kolosseum veteran versus New Blood trying to prove himself. And hey, do not disappoint us, New Blood. You can do it too. The pressure is on. I want to pressure him more because I know if we pressure him more, we're just going to see, like, you're going to see a new CodeCaine move that he's going to do. And you're like, what? Like, I didn't think
people were telling us in the live chat that he plays Blood God and butter me up and slap me on a grill because let's go. Let's go. And no way. Two of my favorite characters of Mortal Kombat history are on the screen right now.
Cyber
Sub-Zero. And this, I don't know who's gonna know this or even agree with me. I think that Cam isn't trolling in the slightest bit. This matchup fucking sucks. When Cyber Sub-Zero knocks this man down, what was I saying earlier? He has no armor. When you don't have armor against Cyber and he knocks you down and he gets some of those bomb setups going, on top of that, Cyber's a character that can play neutral against CodeCaine pretty decently. With that being said, he's still susceptible to this right here, the choke and the plus 7,000 hit advantage that he gets off of it.
And I like what Oinke's establishing so far in terms of like he's just going with tech throws as in just really quick things, nothing too crazy. He's not being unsafe. Just really quick and CamIsBlack has Oinke in the corner. And okay, but Oinke's doing such a great job right now. He hasn't really set up much, but just little hits, these grabs, these tick throws. He's doing great right now.
Oh, and that's gonna do it. He could have believed in the jumping a little bit more and killed without meter, but he kept that nice and smooth. What a comeback. Got the clean jump over. The recovery was in time to block the slide. And holy crap, plus frames on the disc and Cam not getting to play the game right now. Here's some more hit advantage. Oh, get on the ground and get low.
Wow. I'm so impressed with Oinke's choices. When to just poke, when to grab, when to keep the combo going. He's just doing everything right now. Like, and it's hard for CamIsBlack to make the right guess.
I'm scared.
Love that backdash. Okay, CamIsBlack, like, he did tech once, but man, this is tough right now.
Ooh. Had enough hit advantage right there on the ice. We're going to the corner, and this could do it. Guess for your life. He disrespected me. That one wake up. Oh my goodness. He's back in the blender. Is there a fit advantage here? Can he stop the wake up? Time to mix. Had to break. Otherwise he was dead. Avoided the God Ray. Oh my god, that wake up in Oinky. That was. I might have a heart attack.
Wow, it's really impressive what Oinky just showed, as in he didn't really use Blood God, his variation, as in like setting up and stuff. His game plan was mostly like with the poking. He's like
that was solid fundamental Kodal. That was almost pure fundamental Kodal. Pure fundamental.
Exactly. Like I seen it as pure fundamental Kodal, and I'm wondering if he played War God or something, that he's like he could maybe use more things, because he didn't even use anything basically with Blood God. He's just fundamentally like he could turn off variations and just use CodeCaine, and the same outcome would have happened. And that was great play by Oinky. These new bloods, man. We're seeing stuff. We're seeing solid play.
Literal new blood here. Woo-wee.
Exactly. Yeah, this is great stuff, man. Let's keep it up. But I believe CamIsBlack, he's gonna start making those read. He started teching the grab at the end and everything. So, geez.
And you know, I think just like all of us tonight, just gave him some pizza for dinner. Oh, answers with the overhead of his own. And we're going to the corner, coast to coast. Cyber Sub-Zero's corner carry is insane. I was gonna say corner game. His corner game and carry is insane. Both of them. And then the icicle of death.
Oh yeah. And now Cam is doing a great job. He's keeping Oinky in the corner. Oh, but all the momentum is gone now. It's Oinky's turn. He's set up.
Plus, don't get hit. Don't get hit.
Oh my gosh, great tech.
That's exactly what I would do,
man.
That
was big.
Oh, there are a lot of bombs out, and there's multiple things if he gets hit. Oh my goodness! The double setup from Cam. He's gonna put out a minefield right now. Pizza time. Blocks both of them, and the jumping. He jumped in from so far away. Did you see the reach?
Yeah, he was like Mario right there, just jumping over stuff, avoiding things, all the mines. That's crazy what was happening. CamIsBlack, he had some good momentum though. He had some moments of his own. Oh, I love these dive kicks that keep the combo going. Beautiful setup. Yep, Oinky's in the corner now, but just the jump over.
He just woke up jump. Mike, who taught him that?
MKX taught him that.
Slayer.
Yeah.
Love you, Slayer. I love you, Slayer.
Okay.
What? Well, how'd that whiff?
This is madness right now.
Don't get hit.
I love that pressure. I love that pressure Oinky's delivering. CamIsBlack is figuring it out though. He's looking good. Oh, you cannot jump over that, sir.
Oh no, that's the it didn't pick it up, and the 1-1s will still connect. Cam got away with one, because if Oinky landed one hit, he was dead. He was dead. One forward, one back.
Can reset.
Ooh, that was expensive. Goes underneath it. It's not pizza time now. Oh no.
I loved it. I love the timing of it. Man, these guys they're like playing like the Matrix and stuff. They're like dodging. They're going under things. It's looking awesome. Man, when Oinky though, I think Oinky's more dominant in the corner, when he has his opponent in the corner more than Cam. Cam just needs that offensive pressure right now. He's waiting for his right time to set up. He got the combo. That's the setup. He has Oinky in the corner. Okay.
Woke up forward 1-2. Oinky has been disrespectful so much of those setups, but he's getting away with it. That's beautiful anti from Cam. He's gonna avoid some corner pressure. He does not want those plus frames. CodeCaine with Blood God. If he pulls out a totem, great way to punish and be negative right there. You have to know when he's punishable, when he's not punishable on those totem summons, and when he's gonna land. What?
Wow.
And we need to see that again. How? What?
Yeah.
He avoided the bomb by like a millimeter.
Yeah, his bomb avoidance and everything is like, he's doing a good job just around the level. Just his movement right now is great, and his ability to stay composed and everything. But it's crazy, these new blood. Like, okay, so here it is.
He also low profiled an overhead somewhere in there.
Yeah,
He went
spacing
just far enough away from the bomb and over the last active frames of the slide, and now Cam is saying enough's enough. He's saying enough is enough.
He went to the dark side.
The bane of us Kodals in bracket, we already formed a circle around a fire, me and Oinky got together and said, damn the tremors in this bracket that are tearing us to pieces. And I know, Michelangelo, that man's projectile didn't just low profile a mid projectile that absorbs projectiles. I'm done with this game. You can commentate the rest. Buff CodeCaine.
I love we're seeing this like weird awkwardness. And the thing about Oinky when he's in the corner, CamIsBlack is not expecting him to do the most absurd things like just jump out or like dash forward and then you know, CamIsBlack has been finding himself in the corner when he's the one that worked so hard to get Oinky into that corner. And Oinky doing a great job though, stopping the suppression. Okay, using that barrel. Oh, looking so good. Look at that chin. The CamIsBlack, and that's one of the worst feelings. If you go to a character that is kind of dubbed top tier, and it's like everyone was hyped to see you play that other character like Cyber Stuff, and you still lose with the character you went to the dark side with.
Cam is actually known for that too here on in these tournaments, where he'll come out of the gate with maybe a little bit of a surprise pick or a different pick. Like in the finale, he went Johnny against me, and I was like, whoa, hold on a second. And I remember him in a couple other matchups where he went with something different. And then after a certain point, down match point, we see the sector, we see the loose sometimes, and he can go this, even the tremor here, especially for CodeCaine.
And right now, so I'm just right now, if anything in this match, I'm so interested to see how Oinky's gonna get out of this corner. Like, it's so interesting to me because it's like the simplest ways to get out, but it works. And that's what a lot of like top players complain about as well in tournaments. Is like they don't like Slayer says he'd rather fight someone that's a veteran of like tournaments and the character and stuff rather than a new player, just because they're doing the most absurd things that you're like, wait, you're not supposed to do that, but you're doing it and it's working.
Yeah, and it's that unexpectedness that'll get you.
Exactly. Okay, this is a very close one now. Oinky juicing up. Okay, getting that health back. Basically tied it up right now in health. Okay. Ooh, nice tech from CamIsBlack. That was big. These pokes right now. Jeez. Okay, going with some zoning. But CamIsBlack knows 8 seconds left. Oh no.
That's it. And he's gonna
ended it.
He took CamIsBlack's soul. It's gone.
Yep. Gee, I respect CamIsBlack. You know, it doesn't happen off, but right now he went to the dark side. He's a Sith, so he doesn't care about like, you know, good games, yeah, waiting and everything. He's like, no, I quit. That's it.
Well, that's the equivalency of breaking the law in MKX. Losing the Kodal with Tremor, isn't a known law at the Guild of Tremors? They call it the Rock Club.
You're gonna give him some lashings tonight. The Tremors. You're gonna see UnbearableSkill there. He's gonna
yeah. They're gonna summon him to the circle of 1,000 stones, and they're gonna say, "You lost to CodeCaine. That's, you know."
Wow, this is
this is turned upside down almost.
This is a crazy setup right now. We got UnbearableSkill and Kolosseum. Great match, you know, amazing players.
Those grand finals, the last 2 weeks.
What I'm really interested in right now is the new blood. So now both of them have something to prove. And one of them is making it moving on to grand finals. This is going to be, you're going to see them go crazy with their matchup. But right now, obviously, we have UnbearableSkill, Kolosseum. The run back, you've said they fought in grand finals before. Who won that last one?
Mike, I was reading something in the chat.
Okay.
What were you saying?
You're good. Who won in grand finals? Unbearable and Kolosseum. Who won the last time they fought?
Kolosseum twice in a row.
Kolosseum, what?
Yeah, Kolosseum is the back-to-back champion, and this was grand finals the last 2 weeks in a row.
Oh my god! I never get to see UnbearableSkill look human, so now I'm hyped now. Like Kolosseum doing that to UnbearableSkill. This is gonna be crazy right now, and we have it up next. This is awesome. And you know, Unbearable, obviously, from what I've seen from season to season, is especially when he's low in health, he just makes these crazy clutch comebacks. His blocking gets better. He basically goes Super Saiyan. And I feel like with Kolosseum, like you said,
No.
he's been defeating him. We're gonna see a crazy Unbearable, and I'm always excited. Unbearable, one of the best players right now in the online, MKX scene, and it's always great. He plays like a robot, and that's how you should play. He plays like if you took a computer and you said, "This is MKX, like here's all the moves, everything, compute it to where what would be like how you're supposed to play." That's UnbearableSkill. It's like he has no emotion. He'll be at like 1% life. He'll be at 1% life, and the player is at 100%. He has no. You never see him nervous.
Dude, that might be true. Go to his stream, and oh my god, guys, take the UnbearableSkill challenge. I want you to at some point check out his stream, and I want you to see if he shows any emotion, ever. Ever.
He's a robot. That's what we need, though, man, to play these games. Robots, no emotions.
I know that no amount of my own bullshit has ever phased him at all. One bit.
Yeah.
He is a iron wall, but let that be a little bit of a lesson. How strong is his mental game? That's how strong of a player he is.
Yep. Never let anger consume you.
And here we go. This is the run back.
Oh,
for
jeez.
Kolosseum, it's been the hellfire that's been problematic. But if I'm not mistaken, one of Kolosseum's losses today was UnbearableSkill finally getting the W in matchmaking. So today he's currently up 1-0 on him. But this is where it matters.
But this could be the trilogy then, because if Kolosseum beat Unbearable, but then Unbearable beat Kolosseum, so now it's the trilogy fight. This is the fight that it's tied basically right now if you think about it.
This is a clash of the Titans. Ooh, Kolosseum. I love every time I see him. His ability to not only play as aggressive as he does with the mix-ups of Scorpion, but he'll never take a risk. There you can do a couple of things like forward 4, yeah, and his mix-up down 4 in this matchup, and he's going to be doing a lot of the forward 2 of Scorpions, which is the overhead, and it's something that I myself have tried to apply against UnbearableSkill. He's literally writing the blueprint as we see with a dominant round of UnbearableSkill. I just said a dominant round versus UnbearableSkill, and what I'm getting to is the fact that right there, the way that he uses Scorpion's moveset to stop Tremor's game plan is amazing, and it's simple. It's Scorpion's down 4. That's the key, and it's something CodeCaine can do as well. And if your other character is Kano, and his knowledge of what to do in the hit advantage of when it takes away the armor and doesn't, and then mix in the overhead, it's art.
And speaking of art, what I just witnessed that first round and going into this round with Kolosseum is I don't feel like I've ever seen a Scorpion played at this speed. Like whenever his Scorpion recovers, he's doing frame perfect onto the next move, and it makes Scorpion look like he's in fast forward motion, and it's crazy. Like the amount of speed Kolosseum's at, and UnbearableSkill though taking that round.
Yeah, he got slowed down that teleport attempt as he was just trying to get out of that corner. Let's see what he can do here defensively. Get out of a tight situation. Almost chased down the backdash. But UnbearableSkill knew the recovery. Knew he was good to go. Takes his turn, and that's a lot of armor you got to worry about here. And whoo-hoo! Force him off the defensive part. This is the best. Again, it looks like day Unbearable's had is he's trying to figure out this matchup. It's the only person to really stop the streak of late. He won like 4 of the last 5 tournaments in Season 2 and was looking like he was going to pick up where he left off. And it's good to see that he can be challenged here in the Kolosseum. These matches, impeccable. 3 bars.
Yeah, these players are something else right now. I feel like we're seeing the tip of Mortal Kombat X, like the peak of like high level play right here, right now. It just the speed that they're playing at, the defense, the offense, like the choices they're making when they have meter, when they don't have meter. It's amazing work. And are we gonna see a comeback right now? Okay, going out but the rush down from Unbearable. He wants the vengeance. He wants it on the stream.
We've seen in that same situation too, Kolosseum able to rob Unbearable even with a health lead by doing the X-Ray himself because he had 3 bars and Scorpion's X-Ray plus on block. There's a lot of dirt, even that situation where it could have gone either way. But Kolosseum maybe missing the teleport cancel. That was kind of a unconventional teleport of his that he did on block right there. I wonder if that was execution or not. Or he tried to do something so crazy that Unbearable wasn't going to be ready for it because he assumes he's going to try to be safe all the time. That should be a trick that you always have up your sleeve, guys. If you're one of those people that loves to never take a risk, you should still always keep that up your sleeve, because you never know if against some of these top guys where your offense and that safety simply doesn't just work, and you need the damage. When you need damage, sometimes you gotta take a risk.
Okay, that first round going to Unbearable. He's looking good. But man, this Scorpion's so serious. And, you know, Scorpion's a classic character. Everyone knows. The people that don't, like, know any other MK character name, the first character they know, you know, is Scorpion. And there's a lot of players, but this, I would say, is the Scorpion. The highest level of Scorpion right now.
100% in the current competitive scene, or current competitive community that we have seen. This character is one of the most recognizable figures in gaming history, Michelangelo.
Yep, with the most recognizable quote.
Yeah.
He's looking good right now. Kolosseum. That's a little bit of a life deficit. He does have 2 meters. He did not deciding. He actually did decide to break there, but he didn't have the meter for it. He didn't have the stamina bar.
The infamous.
Yeah. Saying like, no sir, not yet.
It's one of the only things in MK history that will let your opponent know that you just fucked up.
Yeah, and with UnbearableSkill's offense right now, you almost see Kolosseum playing at a different pace than what he was in the beginning of the first match. Like the level of confidence he had to just go crazy and do whatever he wanted that first match. UnbearableSkill kind of tamed that. He said, hey, I got the answers for you. Here you go, test me. I'm okay with it. And now he has him in the corner. Kolosseum is it's a tie game right now. Oh, and big combo now. UnbearableSkill looking good.
He gets one more. When's it gonna end? That's plus 2,800, man. 2,800.
And for what UnbearableSkill's doing to Kolosseum right now, like I became a fan of Kolosseum just because like the speed in that first match that I seen Scorpion being played, I could tell like he's doing everything frame perfect, where the moment he can do something, he is doing something, and it just made the game look sped up in a way, and it was like pretty cool to see. Here we go. Okay, it's you know, he's at a life deficit right now. This is it, man. The man that took it all away from Unbearable, took his title away that last week.
I think that if Bear wins this match right here, that over the past 2 or 3 weeks they'll be 2-2. But Kolosseum victories have been when they've been first to 5s. So is this going to be setting the storyline that Kolosseum is advantageous in the longer set versus Bear? I mean, time will tell as this series continues. There's 3 weeks left after this.
Seeing them two just play, I would love to see them just in like a 1st to 10 exhibition or something. Me versus you would be the undercard.
All right.
Fawn versus your cousin.
First to one. First to one.
Oh, what? Right now, okay, Unbearable he's working the neuts right now. He's doing everything that's necessary. Kolosseum just trying to figure out this hard to figure out puzzle. That he's ducking right. Wow, look at the spacing by both of these men actually. Yep, okay, he's plus. And there it is. Ooh, I like what I see.
Oh, there's a triple reset. A quadruple reset. Can we go for 5?
Oh my gosh!
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest comebacks. Are you kidding me?
That needs 1%. To be the replay.
He's got it. Kolosseum, no matter how this match goes, a legend. That was awesome.
I haven't seen that many resets in that little of time.
What was Bear going for? What was the read? It had to be something really, really worth it, I hope.
And it looks like that kind of confused Unbearable. Kolosseum taking full advantage of the moment. He's doing a great job right now. Uh-oh, but UnbearableSkill. It's impressive offense time. This is the scary moment. The air-to-air. Okay, nice grab at the tech.
Oh, Bear looks like maybe an input error right there, trying to run up into a down one, but he got the down one instead, which is flex. Ooh, there's the X flex. Unbearable has made comebacks happen before. Ooh. Just the first hit of this one. Kolosseum really smart to avoid that. The double throw? The cojones to get a game on the board there, Mike. To double throw him after it's already not your turn when he breaks out from the armor? Whew.
You know, okay, there's a little there's a little chip on his shoulder, I see. There's a little bit of a turnaround in momentum. But look, is this the triple reset? To come back, look, he was done.
1, 2, 3, 4, technically. 5, I mean, why not?
What is this? Look, it's still...
Mike, I've never seen someone that should have died 9 times.
He was playing MK2 right there. No combos necessary. That was reset on reset. That was awesome stuff. And okay. Going right to it. And I see now the confidence is rising.
Would you say that the fire's back?
It is. We could see it in the play of Kolosseum. He's not afraid of Unbearable anymore. And Unbearable's kind of like, hold on, animal. Calm down. I'm trying to get a read on you here. I'm trying to figure you out. Beautiful spacing with down 4.
A nice interruption. See, Unbearable perfectly fine with playing this, especially with the health lead. He's got those absorbs. Not taking too much, and that it's sometimes it isn't the forward one. It's the second hit. It's the 2 of the forward one too that becomes a mid and it travels through time and space forward 20 yards. And Unbearable with one of my favorite reads of Unbearables is when he knows you're gonna jump, and so he just does like an instant run back to cover the sky.
Okay, Unbearable playing very solid, playing patient. He's as wild as your opponent can get, like Kolosseum is right now with the speed and offense. If you have the counter for it, if you could just be patient and just wait like Unbearable is, you know, he's not letting it get to him. He's not letting these grabs get to him. He's like, okay, get your offense right now, sir. I'll find it. I'll find it. Oh wow, look at Kolosseum go.
Look at this damage. Hellfire, baby. All she wrote.
Wow. Okay, and Kolosseum does need this round. He needs it to stay in it. Unbearable, he has everything in his favor. Unbearable is in the corner. Oh yes, taking that away, taking that trade away. They'll run for you, sir. Unbearable wants to end it now. He wants his vengeance. He wants to tie this series up. Basically, he wants to tie up their rivalry. 2-2.
Oh no, that was huge. If Kolosseum would have got the punish right there, would have forced Unbearable off the meter. But now, he does. He's sitting pretty. He's got the lead here. In resources, in positioning. And the one bar Unbearable has, he uses to perfection. Because he blew up the fireball cancel, it cost him all of his stamina, which means you can't break. And now it's giving Unbearable so much damage. And now is that meter even gonna come into play?
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. It's happening. Oh, we got it!
The restand? Uh-oh. Time to guess.
Oh, and he can just pressure him. This is big. Wow!
He read wrong. Did he read throw? I don't know. But Kolosseum, these comebacks, I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm going to have a heart attack. Not like this.
I
Mike,
feel like
I thought we were watching a 3-0 wax. I thought it was over. I was like, okay, cool. Let's get ready for the next match. And instead, look at this outplay again.
Look at that. That was a beautiful conversion, by the way. Seeing that he got the hit into teleport. Wow. Checkmate, sir.
And that, I think it's this 114. That has hit him so many times in those guest throw for situations. He's getting shimmied by the 1-1 of Scorpions. It's happened multiple times here. And because this is a semifinal match, and it's 2-2, it's a sudden death there in the Kolosseum, and a micro duck read from UnbearableSkill to start us off. Speaking of high level, I mean, that's at the top of the mountain.
Yeah, and right now, I feel like Kolosseum is like, you know, Unbearable, I've seen you these weeks on the Kolosseum. I see your clutch factor, and I'm going to raise you my clutch factor. And it is wild right now what these two are just doing and unexpected things. But Unbearable right now, ooh, you see that health lead. But you see Kolosseum's meter lead, and that is a big, important statement right here. He has the offense. What is Unbearable to do? He has no meter. He can't break. Beautiful break by Kolosseum. He wants this round. He needs it. It's important. Woo! Okay. Oh, the anti-air. He says, "Stop jumping at me, sir."
That was astounding from UnbearableSkill to have the reactions that he had, and he's even taken my own breath away with some of his 4-1-8 crossovers and reactions to jumps so far today. And he's even right there, he may have reacted to that jump, but he knows not to mess with that jump kick sometimes.
And hey, again, Kolosseum is last breath. His last breath. But you know, both of these guys, you know what they do when desperation is in their corner. They don't get desperate because they're robots. But clutch factor right now. Look at this pressure. That Scorpion.
That meaty flame, I think, is plus double digit. Oh, and going over. Need the down four. And watch your dome on top of those down fours that have been eating your feet alive the entire match. There's another one. Oh, then they get on fire. Both these characters have a cancel. They have an unblockable. They have so many things in common.
And it's super sudden death right now. It's tied 2-2, 1 round apiece. This is it right here. Who's it gonna be? They work so hard. UnbearableSkill does have the meter advantage. He's going with the pressure right now.
Oh, and interrupt Hellfire. That's huge.
What are you gonna do? He doesn't want to keep going down in life. Oh, sit with that. Okay, Unbearable slowly pushing Cooler into this corner. Cooler doesn't mind though. He's like, yeah, back me into the corner. I'm Muhammad Ali. I'll put my back against the corner. I'll rest over there. And the side switch. Oh my gosh, pressure time. Uh-oh. Is UnbearableSkill human? What are these computers up to?
He's coming off a lot of that meter that he's been saving. The reserves looking kind of low right now. 1 bar apiece, dead even in health. The situation looking intense here as we're still mid-screen right now. The teleport, if only he believed.
This round has felt like a whole match. This is crazy. Trade. That was smart by Cooler, and he knew he wasn't going to get the combo after. That's what it came down to. The unexpected. The never used X-rays to take it. Bravo by both players.
I almost say that that's a bit of... This is not just revenge for UnbearableSkill. I think that was like double revenge. Because Kolosseum has done like wake up fatal on block into down 2 to kill UnbearableSkill before. So like just doing a fatal blow is something UnbearableSkill's probably had on his mind to do to Kolosseum after some of their previous engagements here in the Kolosseum. But that victory is going to move UnbearableSkill into the grand finals, and for the first time since week 1, no Kolosseum in grand finals. He falls to UnbearableSkill, and vengeance is his.
Hey, he might have fallen, but that man in my eyes, I give him comeback of the night, clutch factor of the night. Like, he was doing some great work there, man. He was lighting up that replay. Wow, so we got UnbearableSkill. Oh, and now it has come down to the new bloods, the ones trying to prove themselves. You're gonna see risk taking. You're gonna see stuff that Slayer would look at and be like, they're not supposed to do that. Why are they doing that? But they're doing it and it's working. you're gonna see madness on the screen.
Rich, you can back up.
So man, this next match, a lot to prove by both players, and they're just looking at that grand finals like, wow, it's here. Like, you know, this is their time, their moment. They could fight UnbearableSkill in grand finals. This is their opportunity. They could get massive amount of points. Well, we're gonna see some craziness. I don't even what are they gonna pick? What characters?
I think I already sent it, Rick. I think for Oinke, we might be seeing that CodeCaine I'm hoping for. And from Arketa, I know from my experience fighting Arketa for the very first time today, what we might see. But I think Arketa is gonna start off with the katana, you know, and see how it goes. Because Arketa did go to another character against me earlier, Mike. And I won't name names, but I'm sick of that character. Gotcha.
Okay, I can't wait for this match. This is good. Man, I'm still thinking about that last match. The level of high level play, like how long it took for that last round to be done, just because they were okay. That's what makes a great player, is they were okay with just not like, oh, I want to kill him. I need to kill him now. I need to get in there, take some risks. Like, they were both patient. They let the time go down. They were, wow. Like, it was two robots, never seen. Arketa and Oinkie waiting in the wings. They're trying to invite them right now.
Yep, just trying to get them into the King of the Hill. Guys, please don't freak out. I know some people show up into the live chat and it's in between matches. It was like, and you know, that match just ended, and they come in and they see that a match isn't happening, and they instantly say, "What's taking so long?" Give us a second. Get the King of the Hill together.
It's happening. It's happening.
Did that one not work as well, Rick? All right, then I'm just gonna remake
They're
it.
trying to work it. It's okay though. The suspense. They like to do this to us.
Yeah.
They like to give us.
We love it. April Fools, the tournament's canceled. We'll see you next week.
No, not with not.
Imagine.
But I'm liking this Kodo too. Like his pure fundamentals. It's not even just like he had cool setups, but it was nothing like, oh my god, that's what made him win. I think his fundamentals is like his choices of right now I'm gonna tick throw you, right now I'm gonna go with the combo while you're blocking, like and just guess in a way, almost like guessing right. Man, I'd gamble if I was that man. He's doing some great work right now, just fundamentally.
All right, invites out again.
He's making the correct reads.
And guys, this is semi-finals. Winner will get the honor
of fighting
UnbearableSkill in grand finals in the first of 5. That's right. You get more points though. So if there's any consolation prize, if you don't like the first prize, the second prize is more points. So not bad.
What's it gonna be? Jeez, I don't know. Both of these players played out of their mind, so I don't know who I could pick.
Did that one work, Rick? Okay, cool. I got Oinkie in here. Oh, got Arketa. Hey,
We're getting it. Come on, new guys. The first time they're turning on PlayStation.
There we go. All right, so once Oinkie obliterates me, this match is going to begin, guys. Everyone's in, and luckily he plays Blood God Kodo, which is the quickest character to kill someone with. That's AFK, and you're trying to get through the rotation of getting AFK into King of the Hill, Mike. Is you just pick Blood God, you put on the sacrifice damage, and then you put on the damage totem, and you kill him. Actually, let's go and see if he does it. Let's see if Oinkie just optimally kills me here.
Come on, Oinkie. We want to see a crazy damage combo.
Oh, never mind. Our producer didn't make it in time to be able to see it.
Ooh,
so
you hate to see it.
So instead, what he's doing is he's doing the double damage buff, and then just doing down to now he's gonna do a corner combo. All right, let's see how much damage Oinkie can do. He dropped it. Never mind. He dropped it. His one chance to swag, and he dropped it, guys. All right, one more hit. And like I was saying, this could be really interesting. Oinkie plays Blood God, and Blood God is the secret sauce against Katana sometimes. It is a character that if you are a more zoning-oriented Katana, Blood God's all about negating those projectiles, getting health back if you're full screen. But in this current patch, Mike, it's become a different matchup. Kodo's defensive totem used to last twice as long. And, you know, other normals used to exist. I won't talk about them because I'll get really sad. But that's really big in this matchup now, is because if Katana gets a hit against Blood God, even if he has the defensive totem, it doesn't matter because the combo is so long now that after the first few hits, it goes away and it's just going to do huge damage anyway. So this is going to be really all about how perfect Oinkie can be with his parries, how perfect he can be with his punishes and anti-airs, and maybe even some whiff punishes, but this is not a matchup where it's easy to force Katana to whiff because she's everywhere and anywhere at all times. But a fun matchup regardless. Blood God. And we're going to see some totems, some potential lameness from full screen. Look for more defensive totem than you saw in the last one. And on offense, it's time to go. Put on that turquoise totem. And do the blood god's work.
And okay, Oinky is in the corner. Arketa starting it off pretty good. Oh my god. And that wake up into armor. Full combo. You gotta hate it. Okay, Oinky just...
and then he tried to jump at Katana right there.
Yeah, this matchup in the neutral looks very tough for CodeCaine.
There's not much he's going to be doing to stop without resources or really godlike rates. Like with some of those parries, if he can parry, you know, in a snare fan, maybe get a turn. But there's not much that's going to stop her from doing that and control the neutral with those instant air fans and then run up with it forward twos. And not going to matter though. CodeCaine in the corner. If that forward 3 hit, you die. You do some big damage.
Okay. What's it going to be? He's looking good. He's looking good. He got the totem out. Okay. Bring Arketa into the corner you go.
Woo! He likes that jump 2 that I've seen too up close. He'll jump 1 from a distance, but up close, he really likes that jump 2 kind of extra arc that it gives him. Speaking of an extra arc. So is Katana's, I don't know, every animation that she has where she does a complete backflip and kicks you in the mouth. Yeah. Also, that was in the movie that we just watched. Shouts to Mortal Kombat, Scorpion's Revenge. She did that normal in the movie.
I like that they added a lot of like little winks from the game and everything like that. Okay, hey, Arketa's like, I don't need to do anything. I'm gonna just take it easy, even though I'm down in life. I'm gonna zone you. Oh, look at this chip.
Oh, you still got to weather the storm. I don't know if Royal Storm is any different, but you can create a gap there by low crouching that move of Katana's. If you stand block it, there's not going to be a gap in the follow-up, but if you crouch block it, you do have a backdashable gap, which he tries the jump normal out of the cancel. And right there, all of those are ones that you can create that situation.
Yeah, and they're both looking great right now. They're both tied in meter basically and in health. Arketa, good grab, puts Oinky kind of semi in the corner. Yes, and now offense time. Okay, he's working it. He's trying to work it. They're back in the middle of the map. Got it.
It was right there when she was coming down in recovery of that air fan. It was just a tad too slow, but what that could have led to. He still has a chance here. I don't know if he could have gotten out of that one in the corner. Ooh, what a start here for Arketa, and this matchup notorious for being one that can go the distance and be really lengthy. Does so in game 1, but Arketa, both of these guys newcomers to the Kolosseum in semifinals. No matter what, we're getting a newcomer to grand finals. Let's go, guys.
Yeah, and right now, Arketa is just slowing the pace of the game, as in like zoning, smart when he's going in. He's just making sure everything's working. It's tough right now. You're seeing the matchup played how it's supposed to be played. It's making it very hard for Arketa to like get anything started, get his offense started. He's totally like nullifying his fundamentals in a way, kind of like he's not letting him like do anything but just be desperate to get in, really. Arketa's looking good. Can he keep it up? Are we gonna see another reverse 3-0?
I think this is the first character that we've seen. Maybe not. We may have seen all 3 Tremor variations, but I know that we've now seen all Katana variations. CodeCaine too, if I pick Sun God on stream. Which I think I have before. So let's go. Variety.
Yeah. Arketa looks really good when he gets on the offense, and then he's annoying when he just gets backed up. He backs up and he basically goes with the zoning and everything. He's smart with frustrating his opponent.
Woo!
Oh my gosh.
He is bullying this man with buttons. Oh my goodness. He just down 4 and forward 1 him to death. That is someone that is respecting the brutality that is CodeCaine's buttons. Because this man does have some broken buttons everywhere. All over the pad. I can't even downplay CodeCaine's buttons. When you just talk about buttons, this guy's stupid. You press down in a button, and the slowest thing you're gonna get is 7 frames. Let that sink in, Mike.
Arketa right now is saying let this combo sink in, because look at that damage that Arketa took, and Oinkie took. Can Arketa? But look, Oinkie coming back to this corner is like bad luck.
And he got health and meter back for that, but it's not gonna be. Okay, that meter might save him on the breakaway. They're down 2 from L.
Yep.
Oh, he
Oinkie
needed
saying,
that.
get off me, sir.
That's such a scary range in this matchup where you as CodeCaine love making that max jump 1 range read, and you just eat a fan.
Okay. Arketa, back in the corner you go, Mr. Oinkie. He's getting him now. Wow, oh, nice grab. Okay. These Arketa just on another level right now. Looking really good. Uh-oh. Look, watch the corner game now. Look at Oinkie just take away, dwindle Arketa's life. Or can Arketa get out? No? Oh, he did. And smart by Arketa.
I'm shocked he didn't keep that anti-breakawayable at the end. Try to get the max damage with the 4-2. He's gonna say, hey, eat this hit advantage. Damage totem time.
Ooh, little by little, Oinkie's making a comeback. Small hits. And okay. Arketa, he just needs a little bit more. He wants this 2-0 for right now, and he got it with the anti-air.
That was an insane reaction. He watched this man jump over him, and what's great is that he let go of block. It looked like he let go of block instantly and was just standing there looking. And he saw him jump and said, you know what? Watch this beautiful little stand 1 anti-crossover. I'll take the 2-0 lead now, thank you. I love anti-airs, man. If you give me a good anti-air, I'm having a good night. And Arketa showing us what's all about it. Wow, it was quick too. It was quick. One more time. Whew. Okay, first off, not the aftermath finish. Plus frames and was still ready. CodeCaine is +4-ish right there. Depends on the range, depends on a couple of things, but it's like +4 to +6 sometimes.
And now
he was still ready.
Arketa up 2-0. What's Oinkie's answer? I respect he doesn't switch characters. He believes in the Kodo army. Okay, Arketa working it still though. Okay. Oh, I like the pokes. Yes, and now Oinkie full domination into the corner.
Oh, this is so huge. Dead.
Yes, that was death. He jumped over the air fan. That's hard.
That's a miracle. That's a miracle here in the Kolosseum. Oh, speaking of a miracle, the recovery on that totem? I thought he was dead.
Nice grab. I like that. He chose to grab at that point. Okay, Arketa has all the meter in the world to work with right now. When will he use it? For the big combos? What's it gonna be? Uh-oh, it's set up. There's Blanche, she's gone.
That would have done so much more damage if he did the turquoise totem, but the fact that he did the defensive one, I don't know if it was worth 2 bars of meter right there to absorb and then send the EX disc. If he had 1 or 2 damage buffs, or he actually had 2 damage buffs, but what could have been? You know, 40% versus 20% is huge on coming off those resources. Could I pick up there to force him off some bar potentially? In order to get us to stay alive and slice and dice this health bar. I don't know if Oinkie's gonna break. Nope, just gonna take it. Wait a second. Looked for a read or raise. Ooh, one of these pizzas can kill it, dude! All he had to do was block there. All you have to do is wait out the totem, and you can live. But that pizza comes out of the oven at 25% damage or more when he's got a totem up. You need to walk on thin ice when this man's got a totem up at all times. Even if you didn't order that pizza, we delivered it, Mike. We, on behalf of the hashtag, delivered it to the house, and it was on time.
Yes, and now Oinkie has 1 on the board. He's looking good. Can he keep up this pace? It's hard against Katana.
He's gonna need a couple more of those. And Toxic was talking about it, how it's 25% gone. If you have a totem and you come off a bar and use this disc, sometimes you can win with Blood God just doing 4 discs. You just get a totem and you do 4 of them, and if they hit, someone's dead. That's a quarter life. Not that bad when you think about it.
Yes, I like what I see. Damn, Arketa. He's doing work, but oh, Oinkee's opportunity. Oh my gosh, the damage just on a little combo like that. Look at that already.
That was going in.
Little mouse, he says. Wow.
Someone in chat says, can you reflect the disc as katana? Yes, you can, and it will do the damage back to him.
That's painful. That sounds really painful.
Yeah, that's when keeping it real goes wrong. That's what that is.
Okay. Arketa just needs this match. Is he gonna let Oinkee tie this up? Can he do it? He's looking really good right now. I like what I see. I like the corner game. Mixing up grabs, pokes. I like how he whiffed that meaty and like recovered in time and grabbed. That was good. The anti-air, beautiful.
And even better, that's the second time. I don't know if it was him that did it earlier. It was Arketa that did it earlier. Those quick little anti-airs and the grabs have been really cheeky, which means that he's got such great situational awareness of his opponent's meter.
Okay. Uh-oh. Oinkee's to life is dwindling. He doesn't have much left. Okay. Arketa, he's getting there. He made Oinkee come off the meter. Okay, nice parry though by Oinkee. Push Arketa into the corner. Can he keep Arketa here? He needs this. He needs this round. He needs to tie it up. Oh my god. Are we gonna hear sudden death? Arketa's Kodo. Doing Aquaman proud. He'll be just a little prouder with sudden death.
Oh, it most certainly will be. He tried to praise the sun right there. And he's gonna pay the iron price for it. 48%. She just hit like a grown-ass woman, Michelangelo, and that is guaranteed jailing shit damage. There was nothing Oinkee could do at that point other than watch himself fall in semifinals. And Arketa, first timer, both of them getting top 3. Congratulations to both, but it's Arketa who will move on to grand finals, guys. Very good games from the round 1 of obliterations to a semifinals filled with absolute epics. So thank you to the players for putting on some performances there. And we're gonna have a quick little breather. I know I need one. I know I need to go use the restroom. I'm drinking like 7 gallons of water. And guys, we're gonna take our first break of the tournament. And when we come back, it's the last match of the night. It's grand finals. It's a 1st to 5, Mike. Kolosseum. No, not Kolosseum. Not Kolosseum for the first time in 3 weeks. Arketa going up against UnbearableSkill. So guys, don't go anywhere. The final match coming up.
The Kolosseum is brought to you by pixelpro.io. Empower the creators. And the Kolosseum Studios. Check out events, merch, music, and more at kolosseum.gg.
What's going on, everyone? First off, I just want to say thank you guys so much. The Kolosseum has been kicking ass. We've had an amazing first year, and that's thanks to you guys. Our foundation has always been you guys, the community. You know, without it, we wouldn't be possible. Without the views, without the donations, for the players, for everyone, thank you. But we want to kick things up a notch. We want to raise the bar even further. And so in order to do this, we had to pull the Kolosseum off of my Twitch channel that some of you have noticed. Because we weren't able to stream to multiple platforms. Twitch doesn't allow this in their contract for partnered or affiliated channels, hence why there's no sub button on the current Kolosseum channel. But if you are looking for a similar option to support us, we finally have something for you, and it's YouTube members. And you can right now become a YouTube Kolosseum member to gain access to emotes, badges, and members only content. So on behalf of everyone at the Kolosseum, thank you guys so much, and we hope that you become a member, and you'll be getting some access to some awesome exclusive content, live streams every single week, and just as a heads up, nearly 7.5 hours of bonus matches every week just for the upcoming season that I have planned. So thank you guys so much for all of your support. We hope you become a member today.
Since the beginning, we have been taking online tournament presentations to new heights. The partnership we have with the Kolosseum has been a rewarding one. Seeing how the fans have reacted to the hard work put in behind the productions has been incredible.
What? Did we get the button?
We are about to set this Kolosseum ablaze. QR Gaming in chat says the button. QR Gaming did all of the graphics for the Kolosseum.
Not at all?
None at all. None at all. Here
Sure,
we go.
please.
Here we go, everyone. Game number 5. Let's set the scoreboard ablaze, the Kolosseum ablaze. Yeah, baby, that felt good.
Game number. I love that graphic.
Together, the Kolosseum Studios and Vertex Creative will continue to create the best viewing experience for the best fans online.
Waiting on Sylvia to join us here, and do we have a bracket to take a look at by chance? Let's go and take a look at that bracket,
Let me
guys.
see that. Let me see that.
We keep talking about it. We keep talking about it. Let's actually show it off. Look at those graphics. Oh, that's how I like to wake up in the morning, right there. Welcome everyone to the Kolosseum Rewind, baby. Presented by Hitbox. This is a 5-week series, traveling through time, traveling through space, past, present, and future colliding every single week.
What is going on, everyone, and welcome to the Kolosseum season number 2. I was gonna say something incredibly epic right there, but it even blew my mind, ladies and gentlemen. This is the opening ceremonies of season 2 here. My name is Mr. Aquaman. This is the Kolosseum. It's a 10-week series through 3 different games: Mortal Kombat X, Injustice 2, and Mortal Kombat 11. Every single week, each getting their own series in a completely new format. We are back here at the Kolosseum, baby. Very quick.
Or it can literally be one turn. They say, man, it's either going to be a 9-hour show or a 30-minute show.
Vertex Creative and PixelPro.io are proud partners of the Kolosseum Studios.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the Kolosseum. Mike, I can honestly say that right now we just not worry about that for the moment. If you want, we just go from the bracket here into the match. Yeah,
that's fine. So we got UnbearableSkill with he coming off of a crazy set by Kolosseum. I would probably say the craziest set in Kolosseum history, just from how they played and everything, from what I've seen, in my opinion. And we got some new blood, Arketa, here to prove himself. And prove himself he must, because going against UnbearableSkill, that man is a beast. But can he do it? We know there's always the underdog story You know, all of us are rooting for the underdog. We've seen UnbearableSkill, win Kolosseum after Kolosseum. If Arketa could do this, that's going to be some hype.
He can. He's gonna have to activate his Arcana on top of his Arketa.
Exactly.
In the event today, I'm ashamed I even brought that up, but I do have an update for you guys. My game froze. Thus, I have to start the process of making this King of the Hill all over again. So give me 1 more minute before getting this grand final started. I do apologize, as well as our beautiful faces will probably not be seen before this grand finals. I think the internet exploded because the same time our camera feeds went out, my game froze.
Yeah, something's going down.
I think half the internet may have exploded. I'll chalk that one up to satellites in outer space not properly aligning and stuff. Something like that, right?
It seems like it. In an interesting year so far. They're waiting. Hey, it's always with the anticipation. Matches we're ready and locked in, and then it's like, nope, you guys gotta wait just a little longer.
But I am working on it.
Oh yeah.
They call me Mr. Fast Fingers Aquaman for a reason, guys. They also call me Trash at the game. So you decide.
Don't you say that, sir.
I said they said that. I'm confident.
Good. All you need.
That's right. I'm just gonna send everyone an invite at once. And we're just gonna free ball this King of the Hill. Wait. So Unbearable, if I'm not mistaken, I need to look back at week 1. I think he's made all 4 grand finals.
How does that man do it?
Even though he's only got 1, he just Mr. Consistency.
Yeah, I mean, King does say he like streams a lot of MKX and he's always practicing. So that's, I mean, that goes to show that man's willing to work hard. That's why he deserves these grand finals. Inconsistent.
All right, invites are out. Fingers crossed, everybody. And this night started with 4 dominant sets, too. And then they've gotten closer in semifinals. And Arketa, I need to go back and look at Arketa's record. And Flashy confirming that Unbearable has been in every single grand finals for season 3. All right, so I'm just going to ban UnbearableSkill from the remainder of the Coliseum. I can't, guys. I tried earlier. I know it's April Fool's. I told him if he beat me earlier, I would ban him. Even though it's April Fool's, I was being serious. And he still beat me. The audacity. But Arketa, I think UnbearableSkill may have been one of his losses earlier, Mike, in the early stage of the tournament. I'm checking right now. Because he only had 2 losses. One was to Tweety, and the other was to Kolosseum. Oh my god, Arketa already has a victory over UnbearableSkill.
What? Not such an underdog? But you know when we start announcing UnbearableSkill's losses, he takes it out on those opponents. So we should not do that because Arketa is the underdog enough. That's crazy that Arketa actually worked him. So hey, anything's possible. This is gonna be crazy. This is one of those moments that you're set up, that you worked your whole life for, and you have the opportunity right now. Did you prepare for this, Arketa? Are you prepared for UnbearableSkill? Do you have the Tremor matchup experience? What's it going to be?
That seems to be a necessity when competing in the Coliseum. And all players are in, so once Arketa kills my AFK self, this grand finals is going to begin. And for Arketa, we've seen that Katana has been an answer for Tremor. Every variation, I think that he's going to do just fine here. And history already has a game 5 victory over him. But we know that Unbearable loves... Okay, that's probably not the word. Is prepared for runbacks with katanas. You know, we've seen multiple times where he's played Starfire in a row and Sunio and lost in a game 5 in matchmaking and then clutch it out here live in the top 8. So That's one of the cool storylines we've seen is UnbearableSkill versus Katana on 3 fronts. He has to know the ins and outs of all 3 variations of Katana, and that's crazy to think about. You were talking earlier about just how many differences there were, in the variations themselves, the variety. And those minute differences can be what, if you're wrong on one little thing because you get 2 variations mixed up, you're dead.
Yeah. And it's great how the variations it shows on the character with the costume. You shouldn't get it wrong, like what variation, because it's happened to me. It's happened to me where I'm like, whoa, wait, I didn't think they had that move in this variation. Like you can mix up with your mind and everything, but it's great to see a lot of characters viable that you wouldn't think. I seriously thought it was going to be like any other game where one character's variation is the most dominant, and that's all people are playing. But it's not. We're seeing all 3 katanas. We're seeing different tremors. We're seeing.
Ooh, we're seeing not tremor.
Ooh. What? And you did say Arketa beat UnbearableSkill. Did Arketa beat Tremor UnbearableSkill? That's why now UnbearableSkill is going Kung Lao?
Maybe.
Oh goodness. Well, we are here, ladies and gentlemen. Grand finals. The underdog, Arketa, down to prove himself. Did he prepare for this? And obviously, the man, the computer, the undefeatable, the unshakable UnbearableSkill. And right now, though, Arketa is definitely shaking him up. He's looking so good right now. Okay. Oh, big combo. UnbearableSkill. Comeback opportunity with setup. Okay. Yes.
Ooh, this comeback is on the way, and Arketa having to go through all the resources just to survive. Doing some forbidden strings there in the corner. Swinging wildly to start us off. And if you guys are new to the Kolosseum, it's grand finals, which means it is not first to 3, it's first to 5. Look in the top left corner if you ever want to know what and where we are. Something like that, as Unbearable makes the comeback happen. Once he got a hold of Arketa, he didn't let go. And this is a completely different animal from Unbearable and from Tremor. It's almost equal in how oppressive the offense can be, but it's a different tool set that he's going to be using to accomplish it.
Okay. UnbearableSkill looking juicy right now. Arketa, what down 1 into just the riskiest thing ever, and it works. These new bloods, man, I'll tell you, they got some weird stuff in their head going on. UnbearableSkill's not ready for it. That was a beautiful meaty, but he didn't convert. And now UnbearableSkill taking full advantage. That's Arketa into the corner. What's it gonna be? Big pressure. Oh, what? He ducked it down 1 into a punish.
That was the quickest micro duck I've seen in MKX to date. Holy crap. And that's how you open up grand finals right there.
Yeah, it's true. What you just said, I feel the same way. Like with that micro duck, it was crazy how he knew, I'm just going to duck the stand 1 and not even allow you to do the next part. I'm just going to get up and just start comboing you. That was crazy. Good stuff by Arketa. He is onto something right now. But he needs to make his way out of this corner. That's for sure.
We saw a lot of meter too, and Arketa can turn still here, and had meter to cancel too. For if that DP hit, has the meter to amplify it, be able to cancel into the fan, call her a day. But that's a big get for him in the corner. And that built so much bar. And what a ballsy reversal! Grabbed the slight negativity of the regular orbital hat, gave him all the opportunity to take the turn. A lot of whiffing, no punish.
Okay, wow, both of these want this first match. What's it gonna be? I love the blocking by Arketa, very patient, and look at that. UnbearableSkill backs off, respects it, and stays blocking.
He ran up into his face into a defensive stance. That was so much respect that he gave Arketa right there, or he was trying to bait something out with the run up. Oh, and the teleport, gonna get him, and not in time for Arketa to be able to react and get the break. Whew, UnbearableSkill takes game number 1, but what a close one.
Yeah, very close. I really hope Arketa's not shaken up by this. Have fun with it. Be like, hey, I'm in grand finals. I'm experiencing this and playing one of the best to do it. This is great right now. I don't want him to be shooken up. He's looking good. Yet look how close this last part was. The amount of respect.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, he actually wasn't even given a chance to break right there. That was on block. Block the orbital hat, then the teleport, one hit, and the GG's. And shouts to Eldrikin becoming a member on the YouTube channel. That is our version of a Twitch sub. So if you guys have ever wanted to support us directly for $5 a month, you can put the. I'm actually gonna put the link in the chat. I forgot that I have a command for that now, baby. Hey, there we go. Exclamation point member. You guys can become a member today. We have exclusive pre-game shows before these top 8s where we hang out and catch some of the matchmaking stages, get some emotes and a badge in the chat if you guys like to support us. So thank you to everyone that has, and Eldrikin, who's been an OG since MK9, the MK9 days. We appreciate you, man. Or maybe the Injustice 1 days. I don't know, but you go back. We see you. Holy crap, what is rated?
Yeah, this round was crazy. Arketa opened up with like some crazy whiff punish with the standing 1-1, and whiff punishes you usually see like a long range whiff punish, maybe like a back 2 or something. But when you got those players that are like making people whiff right in front of their face and just stand 1-1ing them, you know they're onto something.
I haven't seen Wake Up spin since MKX Day 1 in Combat League. Hold on a second. Oh, they had stopped her and then comboed in the fountain, and it's still gonna be death for Unbearable. What the heck? Arketa surviving.
Yeah.
Hell of a situation. Ooh.
He's looking great right now, doing great work with this katana. I'm seeing why he put Unbearable through the ringer and actually took it.
I also didn't know that the hat was so plus on hit that he could jump over right there and still combo.
I think EX orbiting hat is like +5 on hit. Oh, on hit, yeah, it should be really hit. Plus. Yeah, on hit, a lot of things are really plus. It's fun to...
Really, anything's possible.
Yeah. Okay, I like the filling out process. Yes, Arketa does a great job, like choosing when to go in and then out of nowhere zoning and then going back in, like just mixing up his playstyle, keeping it confusing. That's what you got to do. You got to be kind of random in a sense. You don't want because the moment your opponent's like, I know you just want to go on the offense. Can't let it happen.
Oh, wait,
Nice.
that 1-1.
Into full conversion.
Is he dead? No, the execution there missed the instant run, and that was both of these players just gave their opponent an early Christmas gift with those drops to end the rounds. Jay Park's becoming a member on YouTube as well. Thank you so much, man. Hope you're enjoying the show. Oh man, this match is so fast-paced, and he's still micro-ducked out of hit advantage. Mike, I can't take it. That was insanity.
Yeah, this is amazing. Arketa is so close to taking a match. But we all know UnbearableSkill. He could be in the corner, no meter, 1%. You gotta just fear him until you kill him. But Arketa, he does have the combo. This could be death. Yes, Unbearable doesn't have a breaker. Oh my gosh, no. And look,
yes,
Unbearable.
Yes.
You're gonna fear him. You're gonna fear this man. You do not drop stuff in front of him. He's gonna disrespect you. And look at this. Okay. Whoa.
There is no worse way to end that sequence in the most anticlimactic manner than wake up down 1 working to end it. There simply isn't. I don't know how to put it any better. The man, after all of this, still had the audacity, the balls, the pelotas masivas, the machende mahombe to wake up down 1. This man's got some planets down there.
This is amazing. 1-1. Arketa is on the map. Unbearable's done stuff where he's 5-0'd people, and for Arketa to be doing this, it's his first time Kolosseum top 8, and good work. Katana, and UnbearableSkill got the katana experience. He's fought many of the best katanas out there. He's doing it though right now. Okay. Unbearable, very patient right now. He tried to run in, didn't work out for him. Nice blocks. Wow, just testing each other out. Oh, tried anti-air, didn't work out for him. Nice spacing. Okay, full combo into the corner. You go. Unbearable, this is my moment to shine. Shine, sir. You've had many of moments in the grand finals.
That's the third micro duck. Arketa is on something else. On something else right now.
And I love seeing like what strengths all the players have, as in like Unbearable's clutch factor, Arketa's micro ducks. Like it's great to see their strengths and weaknesses. And wow, Arketa
on full display.
Definitely full display right now. He's in the lead in this tournament right now. He's in the lead. He's up one round. It's 1-1. What now? Unbearable, which you rarely see. He's trailing behind. He needs to do this now. Okay. Arketa is very patient. Yes. Choosing when to go in. Keeping him there.
You stays right there.
Wow. The decision making on when to stand 1-1. Beautiful work. Big combos.
I think that he did the micro duck input right there, Mike. You just didn't see it because Unbearable was doing a low poke, but I think that he micro duck 1-1 when it's just been eating him alive.
Okay.
Oh, not your turn right there. This is getting cleaner and cleaner the more Arketa plays this matchup. He's getting more comfortable with what Unbearable's throwing at him. He's going to do something different, and something different quick.
Yes, and I feel if Arketa could stay composed like he is and take those risks he's taking with the microducting and it's working out and all that, because Unbearable, he's the man that he starts making you second guess yourself. He makes you crumple under pressure. That is the biggest thing that's going to work out for Arketa in this set is, can Arketa, as being a new blood, an underdog, can he keep it up like this? He's doing such a great job. Can he keep his composure though? He's looking good. A lot of players, sometimes they'll be up 3-0 and they'll just get a little too confident and then they'll start getting beat and then they'll second guess themselves. Man, this is crazy right now though. He's looking so good.
That slight hesitation and then the quick low. That is what everyone's gonna scream in the crowd and go, damn, he got shimmied. That slight weight and then low gets everyone depressed. And he's already off to a fantastic start.
Yeah, the match just started. And Unbearable with half life? What is going on? Okay, he has Unbearable. His corner game, unmatched. What's he gonna do with Arketa's life? Look at this pressure. This is all chip damage. And then now he got the punish. He's working off of Arketa's fear. And just like that, it is tie game now. Beautiful comeback.
If you would have committed in that would have been the rounds. Gonna give Arketa some life here. Katana, she is never out of it. She could take this health bar and not even worry about a breaker or a bar spent. So live by one goes over to down 4 in time with the air fan. Tries the booty. It's the fan. Oh. That was the first. I don't even know what that move's properly called. I only know it as the booty slam. But it's the first time that it hasn't worked.
Yeah, and like the more I'm seeing Unbearable, I could almost kind of, in my opinion, consider him a slow starter because you usually see everyone having the life lead on Unbearable as the matches go on. But then he just picks it up. He picks it up and he still gets the round somehow.
Hold on, I'll never get tired of that throw animation. Do it again. He did it! 3. He didn't have the guts.
Ooh, and wow, the whiff punishing by Arketa tonight has been phenomenal. All the stuff he's doing. Maybe not the conversion, so like he's getting great conversion, sometimes he'll drop it. But man, just straight up the pure whiff punishing by Arketa, that's been working out for him. Don't breathe, because right now Arketa could actually go up 3-1 or it can be tied 2-2.
And do you remember earlier when I was saying that you can backdash right there? That's exactly what UnbearableSkill. I forgot to tell you that Katana has an option for that too. And it's called, instead of doing the jump normal out of the animation. Just she throws the fan, catches the backdash. Arketa ready for the mind games on top of the mind games.
Okay, Arketa got to keep his composure. He wants this 3-1. He wants to go up as far as possible. But oh my goodness, right now Unbearable choosing the right moments when to strike. He's looking at, oh my gosh, standing 1-1. Okay, Arketa has been doing a lot of risky the armor wake up attacks, and I guess Unbearable was trying to read it. He was trying to just, you know, maybe block, but Arketa had the read on him. He had the read on his read.
Time to guess, and now Arketa with a one fan and a dream. Try to shimmy again with the low, and that's chip beat chip. We'll check that slightly plus an Unbearable skill read that Arketa wasn't gonna do down one because she is plus right there. You saw the last time that he blocked that EX fan just moments ago. He backdashed, got out of the down one, which is gonna check him. Second time around, said, hey, Arketa needs more than a down one here to kill me. I'm gonna check, and if I'm right, I win. That was really good guessing from UnbearableSkill, and slight guessing, but also using the information that Arketa gave him, which was right here after the fan, doing the down one, and right there I think Arketa tried to do a stand one instead, and it was GG's.
Yeah, this is beautiful play though. Who's gonna go up? It's tie game right now. Arketa got to keep this lead. He has to keep this lead. He can't. Can't let himself go down.
And you know what Arketa actually may have attempted right there? It looked like the startup of a throw, thinking that you're gonna hold the down one check. Oof, mind games.
What was that wicked just like butt rush? Where he just did it out of nowhere and it works. Like that's the power.
Sometimes the best booty is random booty. Oh no. Never mind. Never. I take that back. Oh no.
You're into those glory holes, I see.
Thinking of children. Oh god, guys, I'm sorry. Actually, this is a rated R stream. Fuck it.
Yeah. So you distracted UnbearableSkill. He's getting beat up now.
I distracted him with random booty, and knowing Unbearable, that might be the way that he wants to go out anyway. And it looks like it's not going to be the way in this round as he takes it.
And again, like I always see Unbearable, he's always down in the beginning. He's like just like a fighter that is a slow starter. But I think, you know what it probably is that he's willing to take some damage to fill out his opponent. And then once he has that read and the feeling of like, now I know what you want to do and I got your rhythm down, you see UnbearableSkill at his finest.
He looks like he's in the zone. That's a cheeky little double backdash too. That's expensive.
Yeah. What is Arketa gonna do? His life's dwindling,
and he gave him a mic of his own UnbearableSkill. He just said, not only Padawan, am I picking up what you're putting down, but I got the answers.
He's looking so nice right now. Wow, Unbearable, solid man. Okay, he's up now. It was 2-1 at one point. Now he's up 3-2.
He just needed the download, man. You said it yourself. He's a robot. He just needed to sit there, install the patch. Took him a couple games, and now he's ready to go.
Yes. He said, ooh, new blood. I haven't seen you play before. Let's see what you got. He said, okay, that was cute. You're up 2. That was cute. Now, Arketa, keep that composure. We see you, man. We see the underdog. Can you follow through? This is his moment to shine. UnbearableSkill, taking everyone's spotlight. What a greedy man. Okay, opening it up. Arketa, first attack, gets that meter. He uses it right away.
That was a lot of hits too. Quick mixes, throws, overhead, low. So many characters have awesome universal options for a quick overhead and sweep, which is normally good on block. You'd be surprised with the frame that in the game.
And jeez. Okay, so now you see Unbearable. Okay, I was gonna say he's probably gonna come back. He just needed flawless. That's a statement.
He's gonna be implementing short-term memory real quick.
Okay, beautiful side switch. Puts Arketa into the corner. And Okay, what's it gonna be? Arketa's out. He's looking good. He needs to go. Never really down in life in the beginning though. It's hard. I think it's more harder for Arketa to come back.
I think we've seen Unbearable be the one to make those comebacks happen and almost make those big comebacks happen, right?
Oh yeah, he's the leader of it. Right now, it's solid play, solid play. He wants his vengeance, just like he got on Cooler, where these are the two men I would say that beat him in the brackets.
Oh my goodness, that I don't think. I mean, I know he didn't need to do that.
Yeah, if you could see the right side of your screen right now at the bottom is a shiny meter.
But I'm really glad he did. Yeah, he took that round without having to worry about the breaker. No, he's gonna build a lot of bar anyway. But now it's the nightmare situation. This is the hit that you were praying you didn't take.
Yeah,
without breaker, and now you're gonna pay the price for that X-ray earlier. Oh my god!
Wow, and look at the damage, and Arketa didn't even use meter yet. What is going on here?
And didn't need to come up with that. Then X-ray is gonna be unblockable. That's death, no matter how you slice it. This is 3-3. This might be the closest grand final so far. The closest we've had has been 5-3 so far, and so we're matching that tonight.
Wow, Arketa has played hours today on the Kolosseum. He has been working it.
Yeah, welcome.
To know,
welcome to what it takes to win a week of the Kolosseum.
Exactly, and to know you are 2 wins away from defeating the best player to come out of the Kolosseum. One of is UnbearableSkill. This is your moment to shine, and you're 2 away. It is tied.
Ooh. Did miss the brutality at the end though, so it's gonna be 4-2 UnbearableSkill.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Okay. Okay. Who's gonna get that first hit? Oh, and it is Arketa. Okay, it's looking good. The percentage of him winning has gone up. Looking good. I like the grabs. He's throwing a lot of grabs into tonight's matches. A lot of grabs that people aren't expecting. Wow.
And when he's breathed wrong twice coming off the ground, that instant air fan has been awaiting for him. But his ability to escape out of the corner has been great. He's mixed it up with the patience, the wake up spin. The wake up spin even's been a consistent play.
American reset right now, just off of that. And okay, wow, and he doesn't take the round yet. Uh-oh, you left Unbearable alive. You know what happens when Unbearable's alive. This is what happens, sir. Oh goodness.
Is this happening? Oh, the technique worked! No!
Nope.
But the execution wasn't there. That does lead into a massive combo, but he may have done it too close to the ground because she was in the air for maybe a frame.
All right. Okay, and oh my gosh, and Arketa is up around. He is in the corner. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Arketa, can you get this round? You need it now. You need to get that 4. Oh my gosh, but wow, the damage Unbearable is doing to Arketa into this corner. It is tough right now. Oh, and this is the moment. This is Arketa's moment. He puts Unbearable into the corner. He needs this. He's gonna tie it up. Unbearable has 1 bar meter.
And he said, not today. But luckily it was only the overhead and UnbearableSkill didn't eat too much for it. 1 more hit will do it. And the slight walk back this time, not walk forward, the walk back into the low. Catches Unbearable pressing a button, and from a 3-2 lead, now a 3-4 deficit, and a tournament point will be next to Arketa's name, who came out of nowhere, just like Kolosseum a couple of weeks back, and is looking to end the reign of a champion and put their own name next to it.
All right. Wow, this is so close right now, guys. Intense. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Jeez.
And then statement. Off with that.
Jeez. So, wow. Arketa to do what he's doing right now. He's feeling himself. Like I said, it's gonna be, is Arketa gonna crumple? Is Arketa gonna crumple under pressure? Or can he actually do it? He needs one more. This is nervous right now.
Or can we get our first game 9? Our first sudden death in grand finals of season 3?
Is it gonna happen? Will it happen? With UnbearableSkill being down, most likely it will.
No, we. Hey, I'm not one to root for someone unless they're playing Kodal, but I want to see a game 9.
Yeah, Arketa though, he's like, no sir, I don't want any of that. And okay, who's gonna open up? What's it gonna be? They're making it very difficult right now, each of them. Look at this solid wall. You can't do nothing.
So far away. Are you kidding me? But hey, not going to matter. Arketa finds the next hit, and this health lead looking kind of juicy in the position. Going for the throw, right up into his face too. Did you see that confidence from Arketa? And the reversal throw, that was even more so.
That's what he needs. He needs the confidence. He needs to stay composed. Ooh, and that interactable could have hurt him right now. Nice blocks. Okay. If he can get this round, he would just need one more round. Is he really doing this to the champ? The underdog? True underdog story.
What's happening right now? And this is tournament point for Arketa. 2 throws in that round.
He knows what's the strength right now. It's the throws. Wow, beautiful blocks by Unbearable though. He's so patient. He's like, I'd rather take the throw than a combo. But Arketa with the combo, getting that much closer to victory. The percentage of victory is going up in Arketa's favor.
And this sequence, what is happening right now? He's not letting UnbearableSkill play. Feeling it. And to be doing this against the veteran. Whose mans is this? We need to know. I need to know. Whose mans is Alkoolern? We still don't know. And whose mans is Arketa? He's gaming his ass off tonight.
He is. He's looking good. But this is where it counts. Can you stay solid? Its victory is right there for you. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. He jumps out. It's hard. He's making it difficult for Unbearable to get a combo. What? Unbearable doesn't have breakers, so... Oh no, he does now. So even if Arketa does get the next combo...
Oh, there it is.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Oh!
This is it!
It's for the airpan. Made it through the overhead. Stays alive. Can he chip? I don't think he can. Gets the turn and that orbital hat. He could have died for that. There is space between poke and orbital hat on block, and Arketa decides to just hold it, and it keeps him alive.
Oh my gosh, Arketa, keep that composure, sir. You were in like not even a combo's reach away to just winning, and now look at Unbearable just go off. Oh my gosh, we're most likely probably gonna see a sudden death. Arketa, you were right there. The true underdog story. Oh my gosh, UnbearableSkill's reactions to everything.
Wait, no, hit confirm either? Wait a second. This is looking kind of dicey for a team. And that's gonna be it. We are going in our first grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. We've been waiting 20 years for it. It's been an odyssey through Mortal Kombat to finally get a sudden death in grand finals. This is 4-4. This is why we run the Kolosseum right here.
We got it. Aquaman's wish. Making it read tonight. And while the pressure's really on Arketa, he still got this. He can still do it. Unbearable though. You set him aflame. He's taking week after week. Arketa to do what he's been doing though, not heard of until now.
Instant max respect put on his name in these tournaments after playing like this against a legend like this. But first blood goes to UnbearableSkill, and this is a shark in the water right now, and he's feeling it. The experience is really paying off right now, Mike.
It makes me really wonder, like, how many other Arketas are out there in the wild that are that good that could like go toe to toe with the champ, UnbearableSkill? Like, how many more killers are out there? Is it 5? Is it 10? Is it 100? What do we got? Like, geez, Arketa putting the unknowns on the map, making himself known. Okay, he's not out of this. He's not out of this. He has 1 bar of meter, or he has 2 bars of meter. To UnbearableSkill's 1 bar of meter. His whiff punishing tonight has been amazing.
Ooh, he gets the hit there. Arketa off the meter. No, he's gonna hold that. And I don't know, that's a lot of damage taking his Unbearable. Only needs 1. It gets whiff punished to 1-1-1. It's been one of the secret weapons of Arketa all tournament long. There's some big damage. Rising fan. The knockdown. The secret sweeps. And this has been all offense from Arketa. It's not ending. And a wonderful tech from Unbearable keeps him alive.
Oh my gosh, Arketa doing what he's doing right now. Amazing work. He got it. He got it.
Michelangelo, final round, game 9 here in Grand Finals. It doesn't get any closer to this, ladies and gentlemen. UnbearableSkill, Arketa, they're delivering us a classic right now in Mortal Kombat X, and this is in the year 2022. Anything is possible. The game's been out for 7 years, and it's captivated us, start to end. And when does it end? When we say it does.
I love that empty jump low by Arketa. That was some amazing work. I think Unbearable beating him in the air-to-air. He has a really good reaction, but man, he's really trying to go off right now. Okay, the pressure is on. The blocks are real. Anti-air! Big time! Okay, what's it gonna be? What's the decision? Another grab! Wow. Oh my gosh. It's human. Oh!
Big damage. 40% and a knockdown. I can't believe how close this is right now.
What? Arketa! Oh! Oh my gosh! Folks, the Reese! Oh, he tried to dash in! I think he was going for a grab!
Oh my god!
All in what it took!
Oh, could not be closer, ladies and gentlemen. It simply could not be closer. UnbearableSkill in a classic. Wins this 5-4.
Man, like this is like one that I would love an interview with him or something. Like my heart, like how I feel. I wonder how these players are feeling. That was insane. Arketa, no matter what, he's solidified now. One of the Kolosseum legends for that showing. That was fight of the night. I thought Unbearable and Kolosseum. Amazing. And then you have Unbearable Arketa. These men are just pushing UnbearableSkill to the limits.
That was the final limit of UnbearableSkill. I can't imagine the nerves of him, right? Like we were talking about how we think that he just doesn't show emotion, but do you think that he has to be affected by the closeness of the matches tonight?
If I was Unbearable, I would contact Kolosseum and Arketa and be like, we need to just keep running sets.
I get an ambulance. His heart rate's got to be.
Yeah. Oh man, I wonder how Arketa feels right now. It's like just inches away, so close. Man, these matches, man, so hype. I wasn't expecting it to go down to the wire like that. For an underdog to do that, and I'm looking forward to more Arketa in the coming weeks.
100%. GG's to all the players here tonight. UnbearableSkill getting first. Arketa second. Kolosseum getting third. Serious, CodeCaine, Enderstar, and Cam getting fifth in this top 8. Everyone that showed up did get points though, and we've already raised $245 for the prize pool. We'll put the final links in the chat. Oh, already in there. Thank you so much. Too flashy. And guys, that is going to be week 4 of MKX. We will be back Sunday. No, we're going to be back tomorrow. I lied right to your face. We will be back tomorrow with some Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. If you guys play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, it doesn't matter what console, it doesn't matter where in the world you are, you can play in the Master Duel tournament. We're currently running a tournament tomorrow where we're matching the normal rarity event that's happening in the game, so it's normal and rare cards only. In Master Duel, smash.gg/Kolosseum of Greed. Join the Discord, hit me up if you guys like to get into that. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm entering. I'm about to fuck some people up with a water deck. Y'all aren't ready. And on Sunday, Mortal Kombat 11. Same time, same place. That's it for week 4, guys. MKX. It's been fantastic. Mike, a classic.
Oh man, thanks for having me. Like always hype. Love to be back, and hey, keep on gaming.
Absolutely, man. Thank you. And thank you to the players, the viewers, all over the world. You guys have a wonderful week, wonderful time. We'll see you Sunday. Take care. Peace.
The Kolosseum is brought to you by PixelPro.io. Empower the creators. And the Kolosseum Studios. Check out events, merch, music, and more at Kolosseum.gg.